Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs, Presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a gorgeous afternoon at Hagerman High School in the beautiful Hagerman Valley, where we are set for semifinal action in the 1A D2 state playoffs. The winner of this game will advance and play for a state title next weekend against Camas County. Alongside my broadcast partner, Paul Kingsbury, my name is Scott Burton. And Paul, we have got a team that is on a crash course with destiny, looking for a three-peat. And that's the Kendrick Tigers, traveling to play Hagerman, hoping to pull an upset.
You know, and a lot of people are wondering, why is the number one team in 1A D2, and they've beaten 3 of the top 5 1A D1 teams. What are they doing traveling in the semis? Well, 1A D2, they have not gone to that Max Preps ranking yet. They still have that pre-seeded bracket. Top team on the bracket hosts, here they are. And like you said, going for the three-peat. That's impressive. That's impressive for anybody. And for this Tiger team, sometimes, you know, they say, well, we made it to the semis. No, if they don't get the championship, I have a feeling that they're going to say, well, that was a wasted year.
Well, the Kendrick Tigers are winning their games this year by an average of 68-9. If that tells you something. There aren't many chinks in this armor, but if there is one, it might be. They've never played a close game for a very long time. And if they find themselves in one, it could be interesting to see how they respond. And, you know, talking to Coach Zane Hobart throughout the week, he reiterated that same point. He goes, we are so solid and have such great athletes that the only thing that really worries me outside of injury, of course, is that we haven't played a close game in a while. In fact, the last close game they played was the state title game last year when they beat Dietrich in the state championship game, and we were on the call for that one. And that was a really good football game. But since then, Kendrick has rolled behind their senior quarterback, Ty Kep. 29 touchdowns, over 1,600 yards on the season, and they have a bevy of weapons at their disposal. And now let's talk about the Hagerman Pirates. What they are bringing in is a combination of youth and experience. There are only 2 senior starters on this Hagerman team. They're young, but the experience comes with their head coach, Bill Hicks, who has been coaching for 39 years in the state of Idaho. And if anybody knows how to get an underdog ready, it's going to be Coach Hicks. And so Hagerman comes in with a record of 9-2. Their losses on the season, they lost to Rockland 48-12, and they lost to Camas 64-8. But the only game and win-loss that matters is what's about to happen now at Hagerman High School. To set the stage for you, Hagerman will be the home team, and they are dressed in their all-black uniforms, black tops, black pants, black helmets, orange letters, and they will be moving right to left in front of us. Meanwhile, the Kendrick Tigers, the overall number 1, they will be in their white tops, black pants, black helmets with black numbers, and Hagerman will be kicking off first. So we'll get our first look at Kendrick's offense.
Yeah, I agree. He had her sunglasses on, and I'm taking mine off. It's hard to see. Yeah, this is a great atmosphere, isn't it?
It is. You know, I tell you what, we'll talk more about this as the broadcast goes on, but I love small towns. And if you've ever listened to anything that I say, it's always about the small town. All right, we are underway. The kick taken by Kendrick, and that's going to be Sawyer Hewitt on the return. He's out to the 35. Hagerman, decent coverage, and we will get our first look at this potent Kendrick offense led by senior Ty Kep.
You know, Ty Kep, seems like we've been calling his name for about 12 years. I mean, he's a 4-year starter, just one of the best arms in the entire state coming up against us. But Hagerman, they haven't really come up against us, I don't think. I mean, look at those big boys up front. Number 50 right in the middle, number 5 to his left. I mean, those are some big boys, 6 foot 210.
And it'll be Sawyer Hewitt, big hole right up the middle. Sawyer Hewitt, first play, gone. 65 yards on the very first play. Sawyer Hewitt, and nobody touched him.
Well,
and just like that, Kendrick flexes their muscle behind the big offensive line you just got talking about, because they opened up a hole you could have driven a school bus through.
And Sawyer Hewitt doesn't need that big of a hole to go through. He is quick and he's shifty, two dangerous things. And once he gets past that secondary, forget it.
As we get ready for the two-point conversion. Kendrick will go for two. Receiver right, receiver left, direct snap. Ty Kemp, and he is tripped up. Will not get there.
That was Coleman Pierce tripped him up.
Coleman Pierce with great penetration in that backfield. Stopped the two-point conversion, but one play in, it's already 6-0 at the 11:43 mark.
Well, if you're looking for your next new home, ranch, farm, investment, or commercial property, words are hard. If so, be sure to look no further than Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate for help. Just not today, because Ken's down on the sidelines. I said I'd protect you from that bee.
You've been following me ever since we got here.
With over 22 years of experience in North Central Idaho, they are licensed to both Washington and Idaho to help you make your dreams a reality, wherever they may be. Two great agents to serve you with one mission to help you with all of your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding areas. It's Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. The Hobarts are proud to support Kendrick Athletics and want to wish the Tigers good luck today. And the DJ is on point today.
I'll tell you what, the DJ has been rocking it.
Got Metallica to start. We've got some Beastie Boys, had some Guns N' Roses before.
But then a little bit of country Americana with some Toby Keith, some Lee Greenwood. I mean, it is Veterans Day, of course.
Oh, yeah. They hacked our phones, and they got our playlist.
They certainly did. All right, Kendrick will kick off now from the 40-yard line. Moving left to right, back to receive. For Hagerman is Seamus Merrill. And Merrill lets it go by him, and he's got to track it down at the 9-yard line, picks it up, and now he's on the run. There are flags everywhere as Merrill is run out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And we're going to get a Pirate penalty on this return. And for Hagerman, you know, one thing they can't afford to do, Paul, is make any mistakes, mental or otherwise, because this Kendrick team will just step on your throat and not let you up.
And that was a block in the back penalty. And as he took that, you know, like you said, he let it roll, picks it up. By that time, everybody's there. And, you know, trying to block when they're already past you, sometimes you just got to cut your losses instead of turning around and giving a big two-handed shove in the back, not really hiding it too well.
Well, the penalty from the point of infraction will put the line of scrimmage for Hagerman on this opening drive at their own 7-yard line. And the Hagerman offense is led by Wyatt Mavenkamp, the sophomore, who took over the starting quarterback position midway last season and has not relinquished it. So the young Mavenkamp under center for Hagerman here on first down. And he will keep it going off the right side, gets out to about the 13, 14-yard line. And Hagerman, you know, the thing about Hagerman too, Paul, is, you know, keys to victory for this Pirate team is they are going to have to sustain drives. They are going to have to manage the time of possession. Anytime you come in as an underdog, you've got to hold on to the football. You cannot get behind the sticks. You've got to keep long drives going, and that is going to be what Hagerman tries to do. Second down, trips left for Mavenkamp. Nobody in the backfield, he's solo. Long count as Mavenkamp works out of the gun, looks to the left, fires, and it's complete to Martin Gonzalez, who slips down right around the 14-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, and it will bring up third down and about 4 for Hagerman. Line of scrimmage is the 14-yard line.
Boy, and they're only at their 14, so even if they can't convert this on fourth down, that punt might not make it to midfield, setting up Kendrick in pretty good field position. So this is a very important third down, which is odd to say in the first minute and a half of the first quarter.
Gonzalez, the lone setback behind Mavenkamp. In motion is Kendall to the right. And it will be a handoff right up the middle to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez is right at the sticks, but it looks like they might mark him about a half a yard short. And he will come up short. It'll be 4th down and a yard for Hagerman in decision time here from their own 16. I mean, Hagerman comes into this game really with nothing to lose. I mean, they are the overwhelming underdogs as anybody that's going to play Kendrick this year. And you're 4th and 1 on your own 16. Why not?
Yep. And with a guy as big as Watkins at center, 6'2", 30, the junior, you know, you just give Maven Camp get that yard.
Backs in the I formation as Hagerman will go for it on 4th and 1, or at least try to draw them off. They will snap. This will be the second man through. Spinning around is Gonzalez, and boy, he's going to be close. That's going to come down to a spot. Oh boy, this one is going to be close. And they are going to stop and ask for a measurement. And boy, looking at it from where I can see, it looks a little short.
Yeah, it's
but you know, the far side, you know, you can never guess.
They're looking for the spot, and they're gonna. Are they counting it off? Oh, okay, they are bringing it out. And they got little Backstreet Boys. This is more your style.
All right, here we go. They stretch the chains, and it will be Kendrick football. Hagerman comes up short on 4th and 1, and the Tigers will take over at the 16.5-yard line. Boy, the first big gamble and the first big loss for Hagerman comes on their opening possession. Not converting on 4th and 1, and they give the football right back to Kendrick at the Hagerman 16.
That's why it's called gambling, and unfortunately they lost on that one. I mean, we could see one play because they will go end zone on this play.
Fitzmaurice now, the running back, he gets the call, and up the middle goes Fitzmaurice. Nice tackle by Seamus Merrill, but not before Morris gets to the 10-yard line. 9:15 to go, opening quarter. Kendrick on top 6-0, and they're looking for more. 2nd down and about 4 from the Hagerman 10-yard line. Ball on the right hash. As Ty Kep works out of the gun, flanked to his right is Sawyer Hewitt, who scored the first touchdown. Hewitt, a little read option. This time it's going to be Ty Kep keeping it and dragging a couple of Hagerman players inside the 5 down to the 3, and that should be a first down. And it's 1st and goal, Kendrick.
And having that dual threat quarterback and having a great running back with Sawyer Hewitt, that makes the defense just guess, because when it's an option, either one is a deadly option. And as you saw right there, Kep can run.
1st and goal, out of the gun, Kep. Hewitt to his left. Hewitt gets the call, runs right into a wall of Hagerman Pirates, and they keep him out of the end zone. Good effort by the defense. That time it was led by, I believe that was Kai Kendall, and a bunch of his friends stopped Hewitt at the 1. So it's going to be 2nd down and goal for Kendrick at the 1-yard line. Same formation, this time Hewitt on the right side. Gets the call to the end zone, touchdown. Hewitt 2nd 1 in the early going here, and Kendrick flexing the muscle early on a 1-yard run by Hewitt. They're up 12-0.
Well, I have to give props to Hagerman after turning it over on downs, basically in the red zone, pretty close to it. They didn't just give up and go, all right, well, they're going to score. You know, they put it to them. I mean, they stopped him a couple times. They stopped Kep a couple of times.
And now the 2-point conversion, empty backfield for Kep. Kep looks to the end zone, now flushed and has to run. To the end zone, he's in, but we've got a flag in the offensive backfield. Holding against Kendrick is the call, so we'll take the 2-point conversion off the board, back them up, and they'll do it again.
Well, and these are the little things that Hagerman really needs to take advantage of. You know, yes, it's only 2 points, but guess what? It's 2 points. And that any points that you can keep off the board is important.
So that will push the line of scrimmage on this 2-point conversion out to the 13-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field. And Kendrick will come to the line with 2 receivers to the left, with Taylor split far left. They look his direction, and now over the middle, they've got it complete. They ran the tight end right up the seam, and they get the 2-point conversion. And that was Twite, Nathan Twite, the 6'3 sophomore. With the conversion, 7:50 to go. Opening quarter, Kendrick 14, Hagerman nothing.
Well, Strom Electric, they've been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects and well pump installations. Strom Electric is licensed and insured in Washington and Idaho. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump system, give them a call at 835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. And want to thank Farmers Bank. It's a tradition you can count on. Farmers Bank in Buell and Wendell. They're proud to support the Pirates in today's semifinal game. Thank you, Farmers Bank.
$7:50 to go, opening quarter. Beautiful afternoon here in Hagerman, Idaho. And what a good crowd on hand, too, as we are perched high above the press box.
That's beautiful.
And, boy, the stands are full. There are tailgate parties around the outside of the structure, and you only get that in small town.
Yep.
Hagerman's kickoff, fielded at the 15-yard line. And run out of bounds is Merrill on the far side as he gets out across the 25. So we'll get a second look now of this Hagerman offense as they went 4 and out on their opening possession.
And this is right about where they turned it over on downs before. So if they can make it past the 30, it'll be the furthest they've ever been from home.
Wow.
Lord of the Rings. Come on.
I'm not like the...
You're not a Lord of the Rings guy?
Well, yeah, but not like the geek,
What are you saying?
You didn't let me finish. Let's get back to the game.
Okay.
All right, 7:44 to go, opening quarter. Hagerman will send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Maven Camp working out of the gun, but we've got a whistle before the snap. And a false start is the call against Hagerman.
Wow.
Just can't afford to get behind the sticks, and now it's 1st and 15 from the 22.
And I don't know if someone just got off balanced or what. I mean, that wasn't even close to the snap.
Same formation, Maven Camp working out of the gun. Sends Angalis in motion. Maven Camp got the catch on the post on the left side. And boy, were there some hard hitting out there as the pass was complete to number 9, Seamus Merrill. He got popped. The ball came out, and guess who was there to recover it? Kai Kendall.
Boy, near the first down, he caught that, and he turned around, tried to make a move, gained a yard or 2, and then he got popped.
Give him 9 on the play. It was single coverage out here on the left side. High throw and a nice catch made by Merrill. It will be 2nd down and 1. Maven Camp under center now, lone setback. And now a man in motion, and he'll get the call. Kendall on the sweep. He'll get a couple of yards and a 1st down.
That's all he needed. Needed 1, he got 3.
Open field tackle made by Mason Kimberling, Moose, as they call him.
That's right. I'll be sorry to see Moose graduate.
He's been a personal favorite of yours.
He's been fun, Talked to his dad during the championship last year.
That was a lot of fun last year. We had the mobile mic going down in the stands at Holt. And matter of fact, you were doing a great job. Brandon and I were up in the booth, and you were down with the mic, and we were learning all sorts of stuff. 1st down, 2nd man through. Gonzalez out across the 40 to the 43. Gain of about 4.
And it's an interesting strategy of attacking that front line by Hagerman. That run up the middle. It hasn't worked for a lot of teams. They're able to get a couple of yards on those, but 1-2 yards of play, you've got to get a little bit more than that to the outside. But hey, if it works, keep going with it, right?
Well, hey, 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust is all you need to sustain drives, and that's what Hagerman's trying to do. Maven Camp under center. Receiver left, receiver right. Football on the left hash. Back to pass, overshoots his man on the far side. He was looking for Kendall, and Kendall was open right at midfield. Maven Camp, the youngster, just overshot him, and will bring up 3rd down.
He overshot him right about the 1st down markers. That would have been a 1st down had he brought it down. And the way that they're moving, Hagerman's going right to left right now. The sun is behind them. So if you're going to be doing, much passing, it's going to be better coming the other way. Because you look up, that sun's going to be right in your face.
And that's a good point. You never thought you would be talking about that a week before Thanksgiving, or a couple of weeks anyway.
Right.
But it is short sleeve weather right now. The sun is
Literally,
out.
yeah.
It is gorgeous.
The men are wearing short sleeve shirts. You got a hoodie on.
Oh. And what was that? Lord of the Rings? Anyway. Single setback, Gonzalez with Mavenkamp. But this is going to be Kendall in motion, left to right, little crossbuck action. Mavenkamp keeps and a nice hole right up the middle, but filling quickly from the secondary to make the tackle was Twite. And he shuts Mavenkamp down right at the 45-yard line, where it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 4 for Hagerman.
And you kind of saw right when Mavenkamp saw Twite. He's running through, saw Twite, and kind of turned his body a little bit going, oh, no, and then goes down. But, hey, got almost what he needed. Got 4 yards to go to a 1st down. They're almost to midfield. It's all about the little things, Scott.
Well, one of those little things in 8-man football that people don't talk about enough is you have to be a very good tackling football team in 8-man football, because there really is no second level.
Right.
And if you can't tackle at 8-man, you are going to lose a lot of football games. Mavenkamp working out of the gun. It's 4th down. 4th and 4 from their 45. The snap, Mavenkamp has got a man, and it's picked off in the flat. This could be a pick 6. That is number 10 for Kendrick, all the way to the house. Hunter Taylor, the senior, a pick 6 on 4th down.
And as they were lining up the defense, they had 2 guys on the line, and they had 3 men in the back for that pass. And as soon as that was made, you just saw he jumped that route and off to the race, about a 50-yard pick 6. Maybe a 52 where he caught that. But once he caught it, there was nobody there. I mean, everyone else was going out for the pass. Nobody back.
And Hunter Taylor on the pick 6 extends the lead, and now the 2-point conversion. Kept under duress, forced to throw it up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Hagerman at least able to shut down that 2-point conversion. But, boy, Kendrick here in the first quarter is not wasting any time. 4:45 to go first period. It's now 20-0. Now,
you see on the screen, it says the shout-out box is open. We used to do this all the time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Years and years ago. And we're going to do it in this game, too. So if you want to get a shout-out, let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching. You want to give a shout-out to a player, a team, a coach, the mayor of Hagerman, whatever.
That's right.
Whatever. Just send it to that email address on the screen, webcast@IdahoSports.com. Let's get them going. It used to be so much fun. Used to be so much fun doing that. Doesn't matter where in the world you're at, webcast@IdahoSports.com.
We used to call a lot of those. Oh, sorry. We used to call a lot of those games back in Holt, where we had the Rumble and all that kind of stuff, and we were having so much banter and fun with people from Canada, from Southern Nevada, Arizona, all these teams that were coming in, California.
United Arab Emirates, Germany from bases. I mean, it was all over the place. We had one once 15 miles south of the North Pole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kendrick to kick it off. They kick it left to right. And it's scooped up at the 15-yard line. And brought down at the 16 is Merrill. And so Hagerman will send the offense back out onto the field, trailing at 20-0 here in the first quarter.
So that ball landed at the 20, hit the ground, left a divot, picked up at the 15, and you just saw him kind of crumple. He didn't really put the head down and run. He just tucked and went down, which, protecting the football, not a bad strategy.
Not a bad strategy at all. When you know you're going to get hit, just cover up, I guess, right?
That's better than what I would do. I would say, just take the ball. Take it.
Here you go. You want this, big man?
Just don't hit me.
From the 16-yard line, ball on the far right hash for Wyatt Mavenkamp, the sophomore. Receiver left, receiver right. It's going to be Gonzalez in the backfield. And now it's going to be Kendall in motion. Swing pass incomplete on the right side. Good coverage there provided by Taylor, who just had the pick 6 for Kendrick. 2nd down and 10 for Hagerman. 4:35 to go, first period. Line of scrimmage, the 16-yard line. And you can hear the Pirate faithful right below is just trying to get their team jump-started here as they found themselves behind the 8 ball rather quickly. Handoff, Gonzalez breaks one tackle, the ball's loose again, and Kendrick falls on it at the 15-yard line.
Well, the ball carrier there, Gonzalez, he made a good move, picked up a few more yards, and then they just reached in, stripped it out of his arms. That ball flew up in the air, hit the turf, and 2 different Kendrick players landed on it.
Boy, if there's anything else that could go wrong for Hagerman, I'm not sure what it is here in this first quarter. They gave up a touchdown on their very first play, gave up another one when they turned it over on downs at the 16. Next possession threw a pick 6. And then on the next possession, they fumbled it away, and it's going to be Kendrick football at the Hagerman 15. Well, we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well, and we'll be right back to Hagerman High School. This is IdahoSports.com.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Right back here at Hagerman High School, Scott Burton alongside Paul Kingsbury, IdahoSports.com. And this one is starting out the way that we thought it might.
But we
hoped that it wouldn't. Exactly right. You know, and you talk about this big crowd here, a ton of Hagerman supporters, but you know, there's a lot of other people here that we saw too, and I think a lot of the crowd is really, let's come and watch this Kendrick team play. What are they about? Because they're out of the north. You don't get to see them down here. And here we go, first down, and here we go, touchdown. First play, another touchdown.
15-yard run.
And that's going to be Sawyer Hewitt again, 15 yards out. He wasn't even touched. And that's the 3rd touchdown for Sawyer Hewitt here in the first quarter.
You saw him at the about 10-yard line kind of slow down. He looked around and saw there was nobody pursuing him. He said, well, I'll just save the energy. Kind of trotted into the end zone. Well, let's see if Hagerman can stop that 2-point conversion again.
Well, here we go. That's the only thing they've done so far. Hewitt, 2-point conversion. He has to fight through some Hagerman defenders, but muscles his way into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. And with 4:22 to go here in the opening quarter, it's 28-0.
Well, Bearable Dentistry in Moscow is your place to go for exceptional dental care on the Palouse. Bearable Dentistry has been serving the community surrounding Moscow for over 40 years. They believe in making strong community ties and love supporting the Kendrick Tigers. Call for an appointment at 882-3214. Go Tigers from Bearable Dentistry. And if you are in Hagerman or the surrounding area, TrueLeap Technologies is the place to call for your internet service needs. Formerly Filer Mutual, they've been serving the Magic Valley since 1909 and are proud to bring you local internet from local people. They offer unlimited use internet with no activation or installation fees. Be sure to follow TrueLeap Technologies on Facebook and the Instagrams. Call 326-4331 to sign up today. Go Pirates. They've been advertising with us a long time, and about right after the change, when they went from Filer to TrueLeap, I was doing a game with Lauren Jensen, and he's reading the ad, and I'm kind of half paying attention. I hear him say, TrueLeap Technologies. And I kind of looked, and then he said, TrueLeap. And I looked at him, and I went, TrueLeap. And he's a smart guy. Just for whatever reason, the brain fart was TrueLeap.
TrueLeap. Another kickoff taken inside the 5-yard line by Merrill. Merrill out across the 10 to the 15. And the battle of field position grossly in favor of Kendrick, as the entire first quarter has been played on this side of the field, really inside the 35-yard line, if you want to get specific. And a lot of it, too, is on these kickoffs. They are not allowing any return because it's getting behind the return man, Merrill, and being scooped up inside the 10-yard line. And then by that time, it's just make what you can out of it.
Yeah, he has to turn around. By that time, everybody's down there. But to his credit, Merrill tried to make something happen, that spin move inside. But you got to be careful on that spin move like we saw last time. When you're spinning, you don't see where everybody's at, and the ball can get stripped.
All right, first down, backs in the I formation. Gonzalez the deep man, and now Hagerman shifts out into a 2-receiver set to the left. Mavenkamp back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. He's on the run, and down he goes at the 6-yard line. He's able to get rid of the football, but what are they going to call? They're going to say one official says incomplete. The other one says he was down before he threw it. Mavenkamp was running for his life, got drugged down from behind, and on his way down, got rid of the football. They're pointing at, I think, Gonzalez in the area, and now they're going to drop the flag, which is going to be intentional grounding.
And the one official was, no, he was down, and the white hat comes in and throws that flag.
Oh, boy, another
unnecessary
bad break for Hagerman. That's a loss and down. And it was one of those bang-bang plays. Was he down? Did he get rid of it? And after a brief discussion, the officials felt that
it's the right call, right? It happened. The other official was just going to, it was so bang-bang.
Well, the other thing, too, it's 28-0, right?
Yes, exactly. There was, yeah.
So that's going to put Hagerman back at their 4-yard line. 2nd down and forever. 2nd and 22 from the 4. There's a nice hold there for Kendall. Kendall on a little inside handoff, gets out to about the 13, 14-yard line. A little bit of breathing room. And it will be 2nd down and long. 2nd down and 13 upcoming for Hagerman. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. You know, we talk about Hagerman trying to sustain some drives. They are still looking to move the sticks.
Right.
And not turn the ball over, because they've got 2 turnovers here in the first half. 3 if you count the 1 turnover on downs.
Right.
Backs in the eye for Mavenkamp. Mavenkamp under center. Long count, handoff, 2nd man through. Gonzalez hit and dropped right at the 15-yard line. Gain of about 3, and he's back to close to the original line of scrimmage.
That brings up a long 4th and looks like 11. 4th and 11 for him.
4th down and 11. And, I mean, it's hard enough to get 1 yard, let alone 11 yards. And we'll see what Hagerman decides to do. They drop back into punt formation. This is going to be Martin Gonzalez back to kick it away for Hagerman. And he gets the punt away, and it comes off the side of his foot and out of bounds. Boy, this is going to give Kendrick excellent field position again as they're marking it off right at the 35-yard line. So this is going to be a Kendrick possession. 1st and 10 from the Hagerman 35 after the punt. And we'll see this offense again.
Got some emails, Scott.
All right, let's hear them.
This is Dave and Pam Lewis in Parker, Arizona. Parker's almost as hot as the Kendrick Tigers are.
Nice, well played.
You need to get up here and I'll put a headset on you. Go Tigers. We are proud of you. Again, from Dave and Pam Lewis.
Nice.
And another one real quick. Shout out to the Kendrick Tigers from Hell's Canyon. Garden Creek Ranch is watching our favorite Tigers, number 4, number 42, and all the rest of the talented team from the Luthers.
Probably hot in Hell's Canyon, too.
It's hot as Hell's Canyon. Tell you what.
All right, here we go. 1st down for Kendrick from the Hagerman 35-yard line. Play action. Kept to throw. Has time. Going deep down the field. Trying to hit the home run right out of the gate. Incomplete at the goal line. He was looking for Twite, but excellent coverage down there by Hagerman and Kai Kendall.
Yep, Kai Kendall stayed step for step with him. And I think they were just kind of testing out that play. You know, it's a deep 35-yard route going straight to the middle. Almost had him. If you're the quarterback's mom, it was the receiver's fault. If you're the receiver's mom, it was the quarterback's fault. Right? It's one of those middle things, but it was just a good defensive play.
2nd down and 10 from the Hagerman 35. 1 receiver left, 1 right, and now in motion for Kendrick is going to be Clemenhagen. Handoff down to the 31 goes Fitzmaurice, and the tackle by Hagerman at the 31-yard line. Didn't catch the number, but it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Got another quick email, Scott. Greetings from Glasgow, Montana, from Carson Hogan's Aunt Ruth Ann. Keep it going, Tigers. Woohoo!
Nice.
I think that's exactly how it was spelled.
Woohoo! Woohoo! All right, here we go. 3rd down for this defense for Hagerman, just trying to get something positive going. Kendrick 3rd down and 7 from the 31. We're going to have a whistle before the snap, and it's going to be a timeout taken by Kendrick. 1:43 to go here in the opening quarter, and it's 28-0. We'll keep it right here.
Yep. Got one more quick one. Says, shout out to Coach Frisbee. We love you. Go Tigers. And that, of course, is Greg Frisbee, one of the assistant coaches on the sideline for Kendrick. Well, it gives us a chance to thank Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. They're the only fully functioning provider of sports medicine and orthopedic care to all of Gooding County. Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine has always been a big believer in volunteerism in communities and schools. Wendell Physical Therapy is located at 429 North Idaho Street or online at jeromept.com. The entire staff at Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine want to encourage you to take their slogan seriously for better health. Get up and go. And when your get up and go is got up and went, you hanker for a hunk of cheese.
Wow.
Yeah. Electric company.
That is an electric. That is a blast from the past. And I don't know. You would have thrown that one out there and let it hang for a little while. I don't know if anybody would have really clued in.
Nope.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 7 for Kendrick. Kep makes the pass on the left side, and it's picked up right off the ground by Sawyer Hewitt. That was thrown right at his shoelaces, and I actually thought that was going to hit the ground. Hewitt was able to scoop it off the top blade of grass and then get all the way down to the 16-yard line and move the sticks for Kendrick.
There's kind of a lazy pass by Kep. You know, he had Hewitt out there on the run, just underthrew him. Hewitt made the best of it, picked it up, and you saw those quick moves he was making. He juked out a couple of guys to pick up that 1st down. Well, again, you can get your email in, shout out, webcast at IdahoSports.com. Love to hear from you.
Empty backfield for Kep, trips. Bubble screen complete on the right side to Taylor. Taylor reverses field. Now he's going all the way around and nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a couple of yards, and we've got a flag in the backfield. Taylor came on a bubble screen from the right. Hagerman defensively closed it down. That forced Taylor to run all the way to his left, and on the way there, we had a block, an illegal block called against Kendrick.
Yeah, they're saying Kep threw a block in the back. It was what the call is by the white hat.
And Hagerman defensively had that play shut down on all fronts. And not only did they stop Taylor on the bubble screen, they pursued him to the opposite side of the field. But the penalty will help out the Pirates, and that will push the line of scrimmage out to the 27. So 1st down after the penalty, 1st down from the 27. 1st and about 20-ish for Kendrick. Hewitt in motion, kept to throw, and he's got a man wide open across the middle. Twite, touchdown.
Nathan Twite wide open across the middle. 31 seconds left. Another touchdown for the Tigers.
Anything that Kendrick wants to do, they can do. They are that prolific offensively, and they've got dudes. I mean, that's really the bottom line, is that they've got dudes. 31 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter, and Kendrick puts another 6 on the board. And the lineup and go for 2. Handoff right up the middle, untouched into the end zone, goes Clemenhagen. 2-point conversion is good. And with 31 seconds to go in the opening quarter, it's 36-0. We'll stay here.
Well, the Snake River Grill right here in Hagerman provides an unprecedented diner experience, making American and seafood delicacies that have just a hint of classical French twang. Located in Hagerman, the Snake River Grill believes that good food is made with fresh ingredients and seasonal spices. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, their full menu will have something for everyone. Whether you live in Hagerman or one of the many local communities nearby, or if you're just passing through, maybe coming in for a game, do your taste buds a favor. Visit the Snake River Grill at 611 Frogs Landing in Hagerman. Owner Anita, along with everybody at the Snake River Grill, they're cheering for Hagerman in today's game. Go Pirates from the Snake River Grill in Hagerman.
That's some good eating right there, brother.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, it's got that classical French twang.
Ooh. 31 seconds to go. 1st quarter, 36-0 is your score. Kendrick all over Hagerman here and they will kick it off again. This time, Hagerman sends 2 people back to return the kick, and a little squibber is recovered and bottled up at the 35-yard line. And so this will be the best starting field position for Hagerman here in the first quarter, as they will have it 1st and 10 from the 35. The winner of this game to play Camas County next weekend in the state title game. All the state title games are going to be worked on and scheduled this weekend. So stay tuned for all of that, because a lot of things are still up in the air. We do know some of the teams, some of the venues, and it all depends on the geographical location, the rotation. There's some factors that play in. It is not a predetermined destination, so we just have to wait and see what happens.
We know they're not going to be played in Payette.
We know that. That is what we can tell you. All right, Hagerman.
Oh, yeah.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Maven Kemp alone in the backfield, working out of the shotgun here on 1st down. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Oh, over the middle, he's got a man open, and it's Kendall who makes the catch at the 40. Kendall inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. And finally, Hagerman has got something to cheer about. They've been looking for it all first quarter long.
And their fans, they do cheer about it. They're on their feet, letting them know they're still behind their Pirates here. And on the tackle, Twite, he didn't just tackle him. He wrapped him up, and you saw him just punch at that football. They are taught not to just tackle. They are taught, let's cause a turnover as well, as we've seen.
You know what, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a little weird, seeing the football on that side of the field.
Well, don't get used to it, because it's the end of the first quarter, and they're going to switch it back.
They're going to walk the other way. So the first quarter now comes to a close. 36-0 is your score. We'll step away and be right back after this.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
With the football, 1st down from the Kendrick 26-yard line. Maven Kemp working out of the gun. This is be Kendall in motion. He gets the little pitch. Kendall inside the 20, down to the 15, and close to another 1st down for Hagerman.
Nice little shuttle pass as he came by, picks it up. The only problem with that, and I'm just doing my job here, is on that shuttle, the runner has to be looking backwards and then has to turn. But he absolutely gained let's see, close to a 1st down. The 1st down marker chain gain lady bailed pretty quickly on that.
I can't imagine why.
She bailed. Peace out. I'm getting paid enough to stand in here for that.
Exactly right. And we've got a timeout on the field taken by Hagerman, and we'll keep it right here, Paul.
Well, George F. Brocky and Son Scott's a 4th-generation family business that has been pricing quality peas, lentils, and garbanzo beans, Austrian winter peas, rapeseed for over 65 years to north central Idaho and southeast Washington. These products are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brands to nearly every continent on Earth. Their worldwide customers have come to expect quality products in every shipment. At George F. Brocky & Sons, they build relationships with their loyal customers to help maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by their facility right there in Kendrick and say hi. And as always, go Tigers from George F. Brocky & Sons. And Lettenmeyer Grocery, operating as Phil's Family Foods on Main Street in Kendrick. They're proud supporters of Kendrick Athletics, and they want to congratulate the Tigers on another great season, and good luck at state from Lettenmeyer Grocery.
All right, 2nd down and a yard. Backs in the I formation for Hagerman. They operate from the Kendrick 16-yard line. Play action. Maven Camp rolling to his right. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Hagerman. Finally on the board. That's Wyatt Hoskovac.
And he was open as Denny's coming across left to right at about the 10-yard line. All he had to do was catch it. And as soon as that ball was thrown, there was like that half a second of holding your breath. Everyone on that Hagerman in the stands. And then he catches it and they go.
Hagerman on the board. And boy, what a little shot of confidence for this Hagerman team. Even though they're down 36-0 prior to that.
It's all right.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere, and you got to make some
left.
positive plays, you know?
And how big would that be? Really? Think about it. If Hagerman came back.
Oh, my word.
Ooh.
Hagerman going for 2 now. Maven Camp under center, backs in the eye. Gonzalez, the deep man in the formation. Play action. Maven Camp looking to the end zone. There's not a whole lot going on there, and he's brought down in the backfield by number 5. That's going to be Wyatt Cook.
And you know, I've always thought on those 2-point conversion, it's a free play. And so if you're getting sacked, just
throw it up.
Throw it over your head. You know, you never know what's going to happen.
Well, with 11:28 to go, 2nd quarter, Hagerman finally on the board. They trail it 36-6.
Well, we know there's more people out there listening than just the 4 that have emailed in. Get your shout-outs in. Webcast at IdahoSports.com. Emails right there on your screen. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching. Give a shout-out to player or coach, whoever. It's webcast at IdahoSports.com. Only 32 seconds into the 2nd quarter. They're on the board. They have momentum. Good tunes. Great weather.
It really is. I mean, at some point, you know, if you're playing in a game like this, you got to stop looking at a scoreboard and you just got to go play.
Yep.
You know, and if you are the coaching staff for Hagerman in this type of situation, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And Hagerman will kick it off. This will be Jonah Knapp kicking it off for the Pirates from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they weren't set
and
yet.
Yeah, that was a big, giant mess.
Well, number 21 for Kendrick, that's Clemenhagen, had his toes on the 50-yard line. So side judge went out there to tell him to back up. Before he could get back to the side, Hagerman was kicking off.
Well, and Hagerman ran on a late player in Kendall right at the very last second. So there was a couple of things going on there, and they're just going to tee it up and do the whole thing again.
A lot of poops were not in a group on that one.
They were not. So we'll try it one more time. This time everybody is where they should be. And the kick. And a nice kick.
It was.
Inside the 10, inside the 5, and just barely rolls out of bounds. As back there was Hewitt, who was just kind of watching it roll and hoping it's going to get to the sideline. And it did. And I'm not even sure the entire football crossed out of bounds. But nonetheless, it's going to be Kendrick football at the 35.
Moving the football, and Kendrick taking their huddle at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to have to run 25 yards to get to the line of scrimmage. You know,
the center's like, whoa, what the heck, guys? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, all right. Twins right. And now in motion comes Hewitt. Kept out of the gun. Going up top. He's got him again. That's going to be Taylor down the far side to the 25 before he just slammed to the turf by Gonzalez. But it was one-on-one out there after Kendrick brought a man in motion to isolate Taylor. He and Gonzalez went mano-a-mano, and Taylor won the battle. It'll be first down for Kendrick at the Hagerman 25.
You know, he won the battle, and then he got wrapped up and slammed hard onto that grass.
A little frustration in the tackle by Gonzalez, but
it's football. It's not patty cake.
It's not Lord of the Rings or anything like that.
Shut up.
First down. Kendrick, again, kept working out of the gun. Handoff. And brought down to the line of scrimmage was Fitzmaurice. A great tackle, open field tackle by Coleman Pierce. And we talked about that earlier in the first quarters. If you want to be successful defensively, you better be able to tackle in the open field.
That's right.
And Pierce made a fantastic play on that one. Short gain, maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Kendrick.
Just held on to the ankles. Can't run if you can't move your feet.
Line of scrimmage for the Tigers just inside the 25-yard line of Hagerman. Ball right in the middle of the field as they move right to left in front of us. This will be kept, working out of the gun. Flank to his right is Fitzmaurice, and we've got a timeout on the field. This one taken by Kendrick.
Yeah, keep it right here.
Why not?
With over 30 years of local experience, Todd and the team of expert auto mechanics at Hagerman Automotive in Hagerman provides all types of major and minor car and truck repairs. No matter what make or model your vehicle is, you can trust that you will receive top quality service every time. From brake repair and transmission service to installing computer diagnostics, Hagerman Automotive can do it all. Call 837-4900 to schedule your appointment or stop by 460 South State Street in Hagerman. That's Hagerman Automotive. And wind blew it away. Kendrick Ag and Supplies, full-service mechanic shop and tire center. They can service autos, pickups, ATVs, and of course ag equipment. They also carry a range of other products like tools, supplies, and fire pits. Be sure to follow them on Facebook for updates on new things in stock at Kendrick Ag and Supply. Go Tigers from Kendrick Ag and Supply.
Well, it is Veterans Day here, and I tell you what, Veterans Day in a small town should be the blueprint on how to do things.
Yes, it should not be the exception. It should be the norm everywhere else.
And next break we can talk to you a little bit more about that, but here we go, 2nd down and 9. Kept, long pass down the field. It's incomplete at the 3-yard line. Defensively for Hagerman, a little bit behind the play here, is Merrill. As they had a little flag route, did Kendrick, and Merrill had excellent coverage, broke up the play, and it will be 3rd down and 9 for Kendrick from the, we'll call it the 25-yard line of Hagerman.
Read the email in a second.
Third down and 9. Kept out of the gun. Taylor and Hewitt split out left. Little screen pass over the middle. It's complete and a whole lot of room for Gonzalez. Gonzalez turns a corner inside the 10 to the pylon. Touchdown, Kendrick.
Well, they sent Taylor downfield. They sent Hewitt downfield, one on each side, and that's really where the defense was watching. And then right in the middle of the field coming across was Twite. Twite just had to catch it, went to that opposite side, scampered in for, well, that 16-yard run in for the touchdown. 42-6. Just 9:52 left here in the first half.
Yeah, kept to Twite again. Second time those two have hooked up for the touchdown. And now we'll go for 2. Handoff. Too easy right there for Fitzmaurice. The 2-point conversion is good. 9:52 to play here in the second quarter, and it's now 44-6.
All right, so we got an email from John, and it says, "Let's go Pirates, comeback time." So our first email for Hagerman says, "Listening from the Bullseye Barbecue food truck, go Santa Rosa boys." So I'm looking around trying to find
Bullseye Barbecue food truck. All right, now if you're out there listening,
we like barbecue. That's all I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying, tell us where you're at. You know? I mean, we're looking around all over the place. In relationship to the press box, if he's listening to us, email us back, tell us where you're at. All right, 9:52 to go.
Saw him in concert.
I'm sure you did.
At the Canyon County Fair.
The Canyon County Fair.
It's a little bit past the height of his career.
It's kind of like watching somebody in Jackpot.
I've done that as well.
Well, I have too. Yeah. Front row seats and bragged about it. All right, Kendrick kicking off, moving right to left in front of us. It'll be Kendall and Gonzalez back to receive for Hagerman. And the kick is going to be fielded by Gonzalez at the 15-yard line. Gonzalez Spins out of one tackle, gets across the 30, breaks another tackle, breaks another tackle. The legs are turning, and he gets all the way out to the 39-yard line. Some tough running by Gonzalez, and the crowd rewards him for his effort.
Boy, he was one tackle away from just going to the house, and he just kept moving. I thought he was down 3, 4, 5 times. Never say die for these Hagerman Pirates. But I got a lot of pirate jokes. Just can't say a lot of them. I'll tell you halftime.
I'll tell you in the commercial break.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know your sense of humor, so I can only imagine. I could probably write some of them for you.
Yeah, you probably could.
All right, Hagerman with the football now at the 37-yard line, their own 37. 2 receivers right to the short side of the field. Maven Camp working out of the gun. Gonzalez will get the call. Actually, it's going to be a read option, and this time Maven Camp keeps it. And, boy, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage as he was swallowed up by that Kendrick defense led by number 4, Wyatt Fitzmaurice.
You know, it almost looked like Gonzalez was supposed to take that football. He went in for it, and then it got pulled back, and they didn't get much out of it. Gonzalez was kind of leading the block there, but it was already too late.
Second down for Hagerman, 2nd and 10. Gonzalez flanked to the right of Maven Camp. In the backfield, Kendall in motion, and Gonzalez gets the call, and he fumbles it again. The ball is loose, but it looks like the officials are going to call him down as Gonzalez took the handoff and was hit immediately in the backfield, driven backwards, and fumbled the football, but it looks like he was down before the ball came out. A loss on the play will bring up 3rd and long.
Yep. I'm not sure what that call is. The white hat just turned around and raised the roof. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, reset the play clock.
Okay. I like that.
3rd down and 13.
The roof is on fire.
For Hagerman.
No
Maven Camp under center this time. Gonzalez in motion. The pitch. A little bit of razzle-dazzle, and they've got it. The halfback pass complete to Hoskovic. Inside the Kendrick 40 down to the 36-yard line. The bag of tricks comes out for Hagerman, and they get the 1st down.
In Hoskovic, that he started at running back, started the season at running back, moved to tight end when Acuna got injured. When it started, actually wants to be a diesel mechanic later on. So he caught that one and turned. And if what these guys, what I'm seeing doing is they catch, and instead of just running, they're kind of stopping, and that lets the Kendrick defense come to them almost. But they get into Kendrick territory.
They do. After the halfback pass, it's 1st down for Hagerman from the Kendrick 36. In motion is Kendall. Handoff. Gonzalez, big hole left side. Gonzalez, a little shake and break, breaks a tackle inside the 25 to the 24. Gain of 13 and another 1st down for Hagerman.
He's a trackster. He's fast.
Yeah, we've seen Gonzalez, Martin Gonzalez, a 6'2 junior. 21 touchdowns on the season for Gonzalez, so he's one of the huge playmakers, as is Kai Kendall with 32 touchdowns. All right, 2 receivers left, 2 right for Maven Camp, alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks right, and it's dropped. Kai Kendall had a little bit of room, should have made the catch at the 19 and dropped it.
And that was definitely one of those hearing the footsteps, so to speak, as normally sure-handed. He probably took his eye off just for a second and missed that. You know, Hagerman kicked off to start the game. They're going to receive the second half. If they can come down, score, maybe pull off a 2-for-1 coming into the second half, that's always, the hope for that, right?
You know, that's one of the things I always look for when I was coaching football, basketball, is those end of quarters. Where's the possession arrow? Who's getting it back? Can you get a 2-for-1? It's just those little things. 2 receivers left for Maven Camp. Gonzalez flanked to his left. Play action over the middle. Is it picked up? It is. What a catch. Is that Twite? It is. Boy, he almost.
Is that his second interception of the half?
One-handed. It went to the ground. That thing looked like it was going to hit the turf, but out of nowhere, Twite comes flying in at the 10-yard line, and it almost looked like a one-handed catch going to the ground. What an athletic play by Twite, and another turnover for Hagerman in this first half.
No, it really was. He laid out for that. He donated the body to the turf gods and just went for that like it was, a tied game in the fourth quarter of the state championship. They play 110% every play.
Kept working out of the gun this time. Pass out into the flat, complete. Hewitt across the 20, 25, thrown out of bounds. Well, maybe thrown out of bounds, but no! Stayed on his feet, and now he's on the loose down the sideline. Touchdown, Kendrick.
And Scott Seamus Merrill was on that tackle, grabbed him, was trying to swing him out of bounds. Instead, they did a 360, and it's like he slingshotted him forwards and gave him the momentum to run it in the last 50 yards.
Well, you know what, and that's give a lot of credit to Hewitt, because you're exactly right. They had Hewitt by the jersey on the far side in front of his own bench, tried to fling him out of bounds, but Hewitt able to keep his balance and then was off to the races down the sidelines, 87 yards on the touchdown pass from Kep.
So the barbecue truck is in Boise at the Clairvoyant Brewery.
Okay.
But Ben, the owner, has two boys playing for Hagerman, the Center
Oh,
Roosters.
gotcha. Oh, okay, the Center Roosters. 2-point conversion shut down by Hagerman. No good. 6:17 to go in the second quarter. It's 50-6.
Well, listening from home here in Hagerman, we live out of town. We can hear the crowd from our house. Our little valley's so proud of our boys. Go Pirates! Well, it's a great day to watch some football. If you want to just make it down at halftime, join us here in person.
Yeah, come up and say hello. Crawl up the stairs and come say hello.
And normally we don't do this, but it's Hagerman, because we run on advertising, right? And people took advantage of the shout-outs once upon a time, right? They would say no to advertising and then send in a shout-out. Well, this isn't true with these guys. I want to read it. Shout out to Bullets and Brew. They're huge supporters of Hagerman Sports. Go check them for all things firearms and all things coffee, hot chocolate, tea. We'll bill you, Brooke. No, just kidding. But there's a place in for Rimrock out there in Bruno, and it's Bubba's Beer, Bait, and Bullets.
It doesn't get any better than that.
And when the salesman, the first time we sold him, was like, hey, can we sell this? And I'm like, yes, you can. And I will write the ad. Yes. Bubba's Beer, Bait, and Bullets. Yeah, I'll read that.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Kendrick to kick it off again, moving right to left in front of us. And the kick underway. This is going to be Gonzalez from the 12-yard line. Gonzalez across the 20, 25. And oh my word.
Yeah.
Gonzalez absolutely lit up at the 35-yard line, and it was that helmet to helmet.
He was late. He stepped out of bounds.
He did, and Carson Hogan came flying in for Kendrick, but I'm not sure Hogan knew he was out of bounds, as Gonzalez just kind of kept running, and Hogan came in and put helmet on helmet. And everybody's fine. Nobody's hurt, but it was just one of those things that looked worse than it was, and it drew a flag, and it's going to be a personal foul called against Kendrick.
Well, when the runner goes out of bounds, they relax, and they're like, okay, the play's over. And then to have a player come in and hit you after that, you're fairly defenseless. And he was, and Hogan just didn't hear it. I mean, it's blowing, but this crowd is loud right now, especially on that return.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything malicious or intent by Hogan.
And one thing we've seen on both sides is great sportsmanship. On the tackles, they're helping each other up. And, I mean, there's been nothing. And down 50-6, a lot of times you can see that chippiness happen. We have not seen it here.
Hagerman now with the football at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10, 2 receivers left. Mavenkamp under center. Gonzalez alone setback. Gonzalez pitch, right side, short side of the field. Inside the 50, down to the 46. Tackle made by Fitzmaurice.
Just as I say that, there's
a little chippiness going on down there.
But you see what he's doing. In that first quarter, a lot of those runners for Hagerman were kind of slowing up and turning, and not him. on these runs, he's been lowering that helmet, and look where he's at. Picks up 4 yards on that.
This is a young Hagerman team.
It is.
This is a team that only has 2 senior starters. So, the bulk of these kids are going to be back. Their starting quarterback is a sophomore.
Yep.
So you're not done hearing from Hagerman after today. Backs in the eye from Mavencamp. Mavencamp shifts the backfield. He's under center. 1 receiver to his left. Ball here on the short side of the field. Second man through. Gonzalez. Gonzalez to the 45. Hit. Still on his feet. Kind of muscles his way down to the 37. Tackle credited to a whole bunch of Kendrick Tigers, led by number 28. That's going to be Brock Boyer, the 6'2 junior.
Boy, they got all tangled up down there.
And it will bring up 3rd down for Hagerman at the 43-yard line of Kendrick.
And Gonzalez comes through that hole, cradling the football. As soon as there's contact, you saw him wrap it up with 2 hands. He's the one that made that fumble early on, turned it into a touchdown. He's not going to let that happen again because he knows what's coming now. They're being hacked on and pushed and prodded and pulled and poked, and he is not going to lose that football again.
Well, you're going to get hit. This is a physical Kendrick team and a big Kendrick team on top of that. Bunch formation now. Mavencamp on 3rd down just tries to follow his center. He gets down to the 41, and it's going to be right at the marker. We'll see the spot. Kendrick says there was a fumble. And the officials haven't made any ruling yet, as we've got a Hagerman Pirate down. Ooh. That's going to be Coleman Pierce is the injured Pirate, as he is down at the 40. Kendrick is still claiming that the ball came out and are wanting the football. The officials are having none of it.
Yeah, that's not an argument they're going to win.
And on his feet is Pierce. And I think he's going to be fine. His future kids may not.
It's one of those where you can always tell what happened because they go and, oh, it's an injury. And then you see him laughing. And it's like that only happens in men's and boys sports because.
Yeah.
But it's not something to laugh at
no,
if you're
well,
the person that, yeah.
But, in all of us grown men, we're still 12.
Yes. At best.
Yeah, really, on good days. So that was a 1st down. As Hagerman moves the sticks, they have it 1st down from the Kendrick 41-yard line. Trips left. Empty backfield from Mavencamp. Takes the snap, trying to set up a little bubble screen. And I tell you what, that fell incomplete because Kendrick read it. But what I loved about that play from Kendrick, and I know you saw it too, is the 3 down linemen that came into the backfield, they all recognized at the same time. Yep. And it was almost in unison. They all threw on the brakes, and they all retreated and helped blow up that play.
They did not even try to pursue the quarterback. He was all by himself back there. And you're right, at the exact same time, they stopped and then took a couple steps back.
Boyer, Morgan, and Cook were the 3 that I'm talking about.
And that takes discipline.
I was just going to say that. That is just how good this Kendrick team is, not just physically, but to understand the game, to read their keys, how well they're coached. Backs in the eye on 2nd and 10. Mavencamp under center. Long count. Pitch. Gonzalez, he had to pick that one up one-handed, but unable to go anywhere. Loses 3 on the play, and who is it? Moose Kimberling.
Yeah, and he had a lot of room to go, Martinez did, if he could get to the outside. And Moose, Moose just tracked him down and tackled for a loss. 3rd and 13, long. 12.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 of Kendrick. 3 minutes and change to go here in the 1st half. 50-6 is your score. Kendrick forcing Hagerman into 3rd and long. And Hagerman finally breaks the huddle. They're going to have to hurry to get this one off. Receiver left, receiver right. Mavencamp out of the gun again. And we've got a whistle before the snap. And I think Hagerman's going to burn a timeout here. They are, because that play clock was winding down. And Hagerman takes the timeout with 2:48 to go. Keep it here.
We got another email from Brooke from Bullets and Brew and sent me a screenshot. Said, appreciate it. The only input of the shout out because they actually closed down. They're such awesome supporters. They closed business down today so that they could come to the game. Which
really,
I was actually going to go there. Bullets of Brew. I collect bullets. That's, some people collect stamps.
You and I are both kind of, gun guys and bullet guys, and so
my wife was, and I order online usually, so I just get deliveries, and my wife is always, don't you have enough?
Never enough.
No, there's no such thing, honey. No such thing. So I was actually going to go and check them out, so I'll have to wait till I'm in Hagerman again to do that. So, yeah. Bullets and Brew here in Hagerman.
I tell you what.
We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, we will. But, man, the smell of the grill is starting to kind of fill the air here in Hagerman as halftime is approaching. And you can see the smoke rising from the grill on the horizon behind the scoreboard.
You really can.
And that was a very sad tone to your voice.
Yeah, because I'm way over here.
And it's way over there. I know.
All right.
2:48 to go. 3rd down and 12 for Hagerman from the 43 of Kendrick. Maven Camp back to pass. Has some time. Going deep down the field. He's looking for Kendall, and it's picked off. Flags come flying in as Kendall was double covered at the 15-yard line. Twite makes the interception, but we'll check the penalty as it was thrown in the neighborhood of Twite, Taylor, and Kendall. And it's going to be a defensive pass interference call against Kendrick. A break for Hagerman.
And that was Twite catching that interception. And on that pass, he saw Kendall open running downfield. He was about a second too late, though. And as he threw that up, it just kind of turned into a dead duck, that wobbly football. And it was a high throw. And as soon as it went, I knew it wasn't going to make it to the receiver, and there was no one else in a black jersey anywhere around. And so it bailed out with that call.
Yeah, Hagerman caught a break on that one. And with the penalty, it will give Hagerman a 1st down at the 28-yard line now of Kendrick. 2:36 to go before the half. Hagerman trying to punch it in and take a little momentum with them. Maven Camp out of the gun. Kendall in motion right to left. Gonzalez gets the handoff, cuts it back up to the 27-yard line where he will be brought down after short gain, maybe 2.
Fitzmorrison on that tackle, as well as Lane Clemenhagen. And Kendrick's not an overly veteran team either. They've got a lot of the skill guys, and they're Ty Kep, senior, Lane Clemenhagen, senior, Fitzmaurice, senior. But Kimberling, but they've got a lot of youth coming up as well.
2nd down and 9. Maven Camp under center. Again, Kendall in motion right to left. He'll get the fly sweep, try to turn the corner left side, and there is nowhere to go as fantastic tackling on the outside by Fitzmaurice limits Hagerman to maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
And Fitzmaurice, not a big guy, 5'9", 175, plays much bigger, as they say, as he comes around and makes that tackle.
Yeah, this is just a Kendrick program that just loads and reloads.
The JV team went undefeated this year, so they're kind of looking forward to a few years of having a pretty decent football team up there.
3rd down and 8.5, 9 yards for Hagerman. Backs in the eye. Toss. Gonzalez right side. Gonzalez inside the 30 trying to find some room, and there's just none to be had as the pursuit by Fitzsimmons and Taylor and Clemenhagen and about everybody else gets to Gonzalez at the 28-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long and a timeout on the field. With 54 seconds to go, Hagerman burns a timeout, and they will be faced with 4th down when they come out of it.
Well, if Kendrick continues on where they are and they win this game, that championship will be played at Kibbe Dome next week. And that should be the only game up north. We'll have probably 4 games at Holt, and then that 4A game is Friday or Saturday.
No, that's
Friday night.
Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Saturday's the other 5A game at Holt.
Yep, Highland Coeur d'Alene is the 5A.
That's going to be a good one.
You kind of thought maybe they were going to be on another collision course with each other, and as it turned out they did, as Coeur d'Alene escaped a nail-biter, 7-6 over Eagle, as Eagle missed a field goal right at the gun that would have won the game, but Highland survives, and so that championship is Saturday at Holt Arena at 1 o'clock. The 4A is set. That's going to be Hillcrest and Bishop Kelly. 7 p.m. Friday night from the Blue, Boise State University. And then the rest of them we're still kind of up in the air on. So we'll get you on all of that because we're going to have 4 games at Holt, 1 up north and 1 at Boise State. 4th down and 9. Mavenkamp takes the snap, looks to throw. Trying to find Kendall up top, into coverage, and it's picked off in the end zone. Kendrick with another turnover. And coming away with it was Moose. Moose made the interception for Kendrick. And if Moose would have just let that one fall, they would have had the football in better field position.
That was White that got that.
I thought it was Moose.
Maybe it was.
Well, let's see what Kendrick decides to do here. They're up 50-6. They've got 51 seconds before the half, and now they've got the football at their own 20 following the turnover.
They're not known for taking their foot off the gas pedal.
Empty backfield for Kep. Kep to throw, looks right, pumps once, going up top, and he's got a man as Taylor. Taylor at the 45. Taylor on the loose. Gonzalez giving chase. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Taylor. Touchdown, Kendrick.
80-yard touchdown pass. Makes it 56-6. The lead is 50. And just as I was saying, in the first half, they just don't let up, because you never know what's going to happen in the second half. And so, second half, it's going to be a little bit different. But first half, a lot of coaches just, they play it as if it was tied.
Well, and it's just one of those things that you just, there's two sides to that coin too. And, we talked about it on a podcast, on a Scott's Thoughts type deal. It's just so many things about blowout games and when to take the foot off the gas and whatnot. And, this is playoff football. You can't take anything for granted here. And the 2-point conversion is good as Fitzmaurice gets into the end zone on the pitch. 37 seconds to go before the break. And your score is 58-6.
Well, Scott.
What?
With over 30 years of local experience, Todd and the team of expert auto mechanics at Hagerman Automotive in Hagerman provides all types of major and minor car and truck repairs. No matter what make or model your vehicle is, you can trust that you will receive top quality service every time. No diggity on that. From brake repair and transmission service to installing computer diagnostics, Hagerman Automotive can do it all. 208-837-4900 to schedule your appointment or stop by 460 South State in Hagerman. And Bearable Dentistry in Moscow. It's your place to go for exceptional dental care on the Palouse. Bearable Dentistry has been serving the communities surrounding Moscow for over 40 years. They believe in making strong community ties and love supporting the Kendrick Tigers. Call for an appointment today at 882-3214. Go Tigers from Bearable Dentistry.
Well played on the no diggity. If you weren't going to do it, I was waiting for my moment. All right, 37 seconds to go before the break. Hagerman will get another opportunity here.
I've worked with you long enough that I know that I have to get my words in as quickly as I can.
All right, fine. I'm going to shut up.
You can't.
Okay, from the 10-yard line is Gonzalez. Gonzalez out to the 30. Nice return. And Hagerman will have it, which we assume might be one more time here in the half, but you never know.
Yeah.
With 30 seconds to go, 58-6.
All right, it's just turned into a party atmosphere.
It really has.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't ask for more than, the only thing that would make this any better would be like a nail biter game.
Oh, I went the other way.
You went clowns. Didn't
I went clowns. Yeah.
You did. Okay. Well, you got the atmosphere. The atmosphere is just amazing here. You've got small town football. You've got people on the outsides of the fence barbecuing, tailgating, doing all kinds of things. You got a beautiful day. And you've got a party atmosphere with the music, which is fantastic. And I want to talk about that here when we get an opportunity. So Hagerman and Mavenkamp. Mavenkamp got popped right at the 35-yard line, gain of 6. And Hagerman will not hurry to the line of scrimmage. In fact, they may just let that one run out as we are ticking down as 10 seconds remain on the clock. Hagerman in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage, but why not just run up and throw one deep, see what happens?
I'm not sure they know how much time's on the clock.
I don't think they do, and that's going to do it right there. They don't get the snap off, and the first half comes to a close, and it's all Kendrick, 58-6. We'll take a break and be right back after this.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow.
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off, obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa.
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text StartMyQuit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did.
When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? Apply today. Idaho Launch, support in every direction. The Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Well, Paul, we had a feeling this might happen. We were hoping it wouldn't.
Yep.
But you know what? It's just one of those things that you just can't stop the machine at Kendrick. Kendrick is...
Right.
You know, one of those teams, one of those programs that just can beat a lot of schools in the 2A division.
Yep.
I mean, this is 1A D2. This is the smallest division in Idaho.
Yes.
I mean, and to have these kind of athletes and this kind of pedigree is really hard to do, but somehow Kendrick's figuring it out as they're trying to go for their third consecutive straight title. They lead here at the half 58-6.
You know, one thing that Zane Hobart told you in kind of the pregame, the prep stuff, he said, you know, I think I'll just read it. I think our biggest strength is one that's not talked about often. Our offensive and defensive lines are pretty darn good and play physical. You know, everybody does talk about the skill players, you know, Ty Kep and Sawyer and those guys and Twite. And those guys up front, they are big, strong, and the other guys can't do what they do without them. You know, they're up there blocking up front, creating the gaps and the holes to run through, and so I like that coach is giving those hog mollies up front some recognition and saying, you know what, this is something that we're also very, very good at.
Well, it is, and you know, you talk about the offensive line and their discipline, their physicality. I mean, these are some big kids for 1A D2. I mean, you're talking, you know, even Twite, who's in the defensive secondary and plays out on the receiver spot, 6'3", 172. You know, you've got on the offensive line 6 foot 205. You've got even their quarterback is 6'2", 184. I mean, these are some big kids for 1A D2. And you know, and let's talk a little bit about Ty Kemp. Over 1,600 yards on the season, 29 touchdowns through the air, 8 touchdowns on the ground. And I really believe that this kid has a skill set that he could play quarterback for arguably any school in the state of Idaho. I mean, this kid has got that kind of size, mechanics, skill, touch, you know. It's just one of those things. You don't get to say that loosely. You know, you watch them play and you watch some of the little things that they're doing and you see that it's just a different level. Now, take into consideration who's on the sidelines coaching them. You know, the Hobart family. We talk about head coach Zane Hobart, the son of Ken Hobart, who played at the University of Idaho. So, I mean, there is
Cammy kid, baby.
Yeah, there is some football knowledge on that sideline for Kendrick. And you know, you just can't say enough about what those guys are doing, the numbers they have put up, you know, this season, winning their games by an average of 68-9, and everybody getting in, you know, the touchdown record book. I mean, Hunter Taylor, we've called his name a couple of times, the senior, 6 foot 155, again, decent size and great speed on the outside. He's got 13 receiving touchdowns this year. You know, we talk about Twite, who has picked off a couple of passes already. He's got 7 receiving touchdowns on the offensive side of things. Sawyer Hewitt, who started huge today. 9 rushing touchdowns on the year, and even Clemenhagen, who we haven't called much, he's got 6 receiving touchdowns. Everybody's in the act, but when you're averaging 68 points a game, everybody will be in the act.
You either have a bunch of guys with touchdowns, or you've got 1 or 2 guys with just incredibly ridiculous stats. And in this case, they spread it around. And that's what makes them so dangerous, is they do have all of those different weapons, the arrows in the quiver, so to speak, that they can go to. So you try and stop one, it's like a hydra. That you stop 1, 2 more up here. And when you're trying to plan a defense against that, it's not easy to do.
You know, and for Hagerman, you know, it looks like they are just a little outmatched in this game, but it doesn't take away kind of what they've been able to do this season, too. In Bill Hicks with his second year, you know, with Hagerman. And they've got a couple of stars of their own, and they're all underclassmen. You know, you start with their quarterback, who is a sophomore with great size, 6'1", 185 as a sophomore. You know, he took over the quarterback position, did Wyatt Mavenkamp last year as a freshman, kind of midway through the season, and he never relinquished it. This year, he's thrown for 19 touchdowns and rushed for 3. And they have been able to put up a lot of points and win some big, big games. And, you know, he's got some help. We've called Martin Gonzalez, the 6'2", 155 running back. He's got 21 touchdowns on the year. And then Kai Kendall, who does just about everything for them.
Yeah.
You know, 825 yards receiving, 1,280 rushing, 32 total touchdowns. Defensively, he's got 8 interceptions, 2 defensive touchdowns. I mean, these kids are really talented, and they're coming back for Hagerman.
Yeah, two, like you mentioned, 2 starting seniors, and not a lot of seniors on the bench. And it is a lot of, you see a lot of freshmen, you see sophomores, a lot of juniors. So next year, 2 years, boy, watch out for the Pirates.
Yeah, and even though they're getting a little bit of a butt whooping here in the first half, you know, it's going to be one of those things that Coach Hicks tells his players. It's like, hey, this is just an incredible experience to play in this kind of game against this kind of team, and this is the level that we want to be at. Because, you know, a lot of times when you're down this big at half, you go in, you start licking your wounds, feeling sorry for yourself, and then you come out and you lay even a bigger egg in the second half. But you know that's not happening, because when you have the experience of Bill Hicks, who's been coaching for 39 years, you almost know exactly what he's telling his kids, because experience does matter in these situations. And it's like, hey, that team across from us, that's where we want to be someday.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so
they
let's
are the
go
gold
out.
standard.
They are. So let's go out and let's try to make one play at a time. Let's not even look at a scoreboard, and let's not quit. Let's play every down and every play like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard.
Right. And you know, and looking at Hagerman, they've got 6 points, but their last 2 games to get here, in their opening round, they beat Mackey 70-0. Okay, and then last week, they went up to Mullen and beat Mullen St. Regis 54-12, so 70 points, 54 points. Kendrick, on the other hand, they got a bye into that first round, scored 90-0 against Dietrich, and that's just what they've been doing all year.
Oh, yeah, and the game they played prior to that one 2 weeks ago, they put up 116.
Yes. Yes.
And you can see why. You can see how.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and really, they're so explosive. And it's evidenced by how they've scored here in the first half. And with that, let's just go through the scoring and tell you how we got to this point. 58-6. It was Kendrick, not even a minute into the game, a 65-yard run by Sawyer Hewitt on the first play from scrimmage. And it's 6-0. At the 7:50 mark, it was a 1-yard run by Sawyer Hewitt, 14-0. And then a 50-yard pick six by Hunter Taylor, and it's 20-0. And just a few seconds later, it was a 15-yard run by Sawyer Hewitt. It's 28-0. And then right before the end of the first quarter, a 26-yard pass for Kep to Twite, 36-0 after the first quarter. In the second quarter, Hagerman gets on the board, a 16-yard pass, Mavenkamp to Hoskovec, and it's 36-6. But here comes Hagerman again, a 25-yard pass from Kep to Twite, 44-6. And then a couple of big plays, an 87-yard pass Kep to Hewitt, 50-6 now. And then right before the half, an 80-yard pass Kep to Taylor. And that's where we stand, 58-6. Plenty of big plays for this Kendrick football team as we get ready to start the second half here.
And Kendrick is used to that 3 minutes getting put back up. Their guys are out here still warming up, and Hagerman's lining up for the kick. And I love seeing that 3 minutes not being on the scoreboard. I hate that extra 3 minutes.
Yeah, I do too. It's like, why even do it?
Hate it.
I mean, it's like, does the time even matter at that point?
Nope.
Or is anything you put on the clock arbitrary?
Yep. I mean, what, 2 games ago, maybe it was this week, they just put 15 minutes. And the teams are on the wrong side of the field. I think they have to switch sides. Whoops.
And there they go.
You don't want to score a basket in the other guy's goal.
Yeah, in fact, I was calling a game a couple weeks ago over at Declo and Grangeville. And Grangeville was a little bit late coming out of the locker room, and they got penalized.
Yeah.
A little bit of credit to this Hagerman faithful. They haven't gone anywhere.
No.
I was kind of hoping one of them wouldn't go grab a couple burgers.
Well,
and throw them up here to the crow's nest.
Yeah. Hello.
We're up here. Oh. All right, we are underway. It's going to be Kendrick kicking off to Hagerman, a little squib kick covered up at the 31-yard line by Merrill, and that's where Hagerman's going to take over. So Hagerman now moving right to left in front of us. We'll have the football to start things here in the third. Pirate flags and pirate hats all over the place here at Hagerman. Gotta love it. Matter of fact, right as we were coming on in the third quarter, they were playing SpongeBob.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't even hear.
Yeah. Oh, kids, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah. Okay, 1st and 10 for Hagerman. Trips left from Mavencamp in an empty backfield. He works out of the gun. Takes the snap, little swing pass. Gonzalez can't bring it in. A little bit high and a little bit hot, but it was also one that Gonzalez chose to put one hand up instead of two.
Yep.
And unable to bring it in, 2nd down.
Instead of turning and, forming that diamond-ish, he just put that left hand out, tried to catch. And
yeah, you do that when you think you're going to get hit sometimes, too.
Yeah.
Or when you've been getting hit.
Yeah.
All game long, too. 2nd down and 10 for Hagerman from their own 30-yard line.
And I don't know if Hagerman's going to continue to do this, but they're taking their time on that snap with a hard count, trying to just get some free yards. If they can get any free yards, they'll take them.
Back shift into the I formation behind Mavencamp. Mavencamp, 2nd man through. Gonzalez up to the 35 where he's hit and dropped. Leading the charge for Kendrick is going to be Wyatt Cook. And a gain of 5 will bring up 3rd down for Hagerman on the opening drive here in the third quarter. Scott Burton alongside Paul Kingsbury. Remember that from the other night?
So it's funny, last night for Declo, he was actually our player of the game. It was Brackenberry.
Okay.
And when I was down getting pronunciations, I said, is it Brackenberry or Burry? And he's like, I don't know. Like, that's the first he'd ever thought of it.
3rd down and 5. Mavencamp sends Gonzalez in motion. Gonzalez. And the pass falls incomplete. He was looking on the slant to Merrill. And Merrill, I'm not sure, maybe should have had that. It was a low throw in traffic, but it hits the turf, and it'll be 4th down and 5 for Hagerman.
And Wyatt Fitzmaurice was the Kendrick player that was closest to that. He might have been able to get a hand on as he turned around to go back to the play. His teammate Clement Hagen looked at him and kind of raised his hands up and says, hey, you might have been able to get that. He just went, yeah.
Hagerman will kick it away, and the snap goes through the hands of Gonzalez, but he's able to retrieve it and get the kick off.
Good
and
punt.
That one will roll inside the 35. Scooped up by Taylor at the 34, and he's buried by Kendall on the spot.
And Hunter Taylor saw it coming, and he's standing on the 35-yard line and just kind of went, all right, prepare yourself. Bam. Got brought down.
And back onto the field comes this Kendrick offense.
Yeah, my wife, when we were dating, always wanted to go dancing, and I've just never understood the individual dancing. You just look ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, dancing together, I'm all for. But going to a club, I just couldn't do it.
Handoff to Fitzmaurice. And he is gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage by Alex Johnson, the 6-foot sophomore for Hagerman. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Alex Asher in on that one as well, right in the middle. It's a brim full of Asher.
Nice. I'll tell you what, this is a very professional DJ we got going on down there. I'm very impressed. But they're playing the right stuff.
They are.
They're not playing all this, there's rap music crap.
Dang kids music.
I tell you what, I'm so sick of that. They're playing some good classics. They're having some fun. People are dancing, even though it's a blowout. People are having a blast here.
Yep.
Second down to 10. Toss. Left side. And a lot of room for Sawyer Hewitt. Hewitt inside the 20-10, 5 touchdown. Kendrick again. Another huge play. 65 yards on this one.
Well, you saw as soon as Sawyer Hewitt gets ahead of steam, I've covered Kendrick a couple of times this year, but over the last 3-4 years, a lot. And Sawyer Hewitt's one of those players, you can just tell. No one's going to catch him. I mean, I have not seen anyone, if he gets a yard or two in front, he just has that burst of speed, and no one has that pursuit speed to catch him.
Kendrick to go for 2, and this one will put him up by 60. Handoff. Nothing. Shut down as Fitzmaurice on a good tackle by Kendall was in there, as well as Alex Asher. So 64-6 at the 10:01 mark here in the third. We'll keep it here.
Well, if you're looking for your next home, farm, ranch, investment, or commercial property, look no further than Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. With over 22 years of experience in north central Idaho, they are licensed in both Washington and Idaho to help make your dreams a reality wherever they may be. 2 great agents to serve you with one mission to help you with all of your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding areas. Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. The Hobarts are proud to support Kendrick Athletics and want to wish the Tigers all the best in the state tournament. And Farmers Bank, a tradition you can count on. Farmers Bank in Buell and Wendell is proud to support the Pirates in today's game. Well, 9-5.
All right, here we go. Kendrick kicking it off again. Left to right we go. 10:01 to go, third quarter.
All right, it's time.
Somebody's grabbing a jacket.
Time
the
to
sun,
put my jacket on.
The sun just disappeared for a moment. All right, this one picked up by Gonzalez at the 16. Straight up the middle he goes, and into the arms of Tanner Clemenhagen at about the 26-yard line.
And Gonzalez has just been working so hard in this first half, in a couple of minutes. They've gone to him so many times. He's such an athletic kid, and he is just getting the crap beat out of him because he is running the football every time. Running it up, get tackled, but he keeps bouncing back. The kid's made a Rubbermaid. He just bounces right back, takes the ball just like it's the first play of the game.
And he has just been beat up on every play. Kick returns, running the football. Yeah. But he has been very, very busy. All right, now Maven Camp. Receiver left, receiver right. Gonzalez in the backfield. Gonzalez in motion. And this will be Kendall right up the middle. Kendall breaks a tackle out across the 30 to the 34. Nice gain of 8 for Kendall on first down.
He had to hurdle one of his linemen who were on the ground on their stomachs to get across. It's always kind of cool.
Second down, they're going to actually mark him for a 7-yard gain. Second down and 3 for Hagerman. Line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line of Hagerman. 9.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Maven Camp, the sophomore, under center, backs in the eye. It's Kendall and Gonzalez. Play action, rolling to his right is Maven Camp. Maven Camp's got a man deep down the field, and he's hit as he throws, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Clemenhagen at the 41. He had a man in Merrill behind everybody, but the pursuit defensively would not allow Maven Camp to set his feet to throw the football. He got hit as he throws, and another turnover for Hagerman.
Boy, and Clemenhagen put his hands on, actually bounced up in the air, juggled it just once, and then brought it down. But, Well, you just saw it again, that high throw. If you don't get it to your receiver who's behind the defense, there's a lot of white jerseys in that middle area. And that's second interception, third. Too many if you're a Hagerman fan. I think it's 3. Go check the official stats later.
From the 41-yard line, Kendrick will get back to work. Kept to throw. Kept going up top, looking for Hewitt. Right in stride. Touchdown, Kendrick. One play.
41 yards.
What a throw from Kep. I mean, this kid is unbelievable. And Hewitt was guarded well, defended well, but just right over the shoulder, in stride, and Hewitt into the end zone.
You know, I was at Homedale when Kendrick was playing Grace just a few weeks ago, and Kep's touch was not on that day. I saw him overthrow, underthrow, and I was like, you know, this is an off day for him, and he is spot on, right on the money today. But these guys have been playing together for so long. It's like a Stockton and Malone. They know each other's moves. They can just kind of look at each other, make a nod.
And the pitch on the 2-point conversion into the end zone is Fitzmaurice, and 8 more on the board for Hagerman. 8:58 to go here in the third. It is 72-6.
If you are in Hagerman or the surrounding area, True Leap Technologies is the place to call for your internet service needs. Formerly Filer Mutual, they have been serving the Magic Valley since 1909 and are proud to bring you local internet from local people. They offer unlimited use internet with no activation or installation fees. Be sure to follow True Leap Technologies on Facebook and Instagram. Call 326-4331 to sign up today. Go Pirates from True Leap Technologies. And Strom Electric, love those guys. They've been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie regions since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects and well pump installations. Strom Electric is licensed and insured in Washington and Idaho. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump system, give them a call, 835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports.
8:58 to go, third quarter. Scott Burton, Paul Kingsbury. IdahoSports.com. And this one is all Kendrick as we thought it might. They lead it 72-6. And they are kicking off again. Left to right we go. Gonzalez from the 12. Gonzalez turns it upfield and hit and dropped on a nice tackle at the 25. That's going to be number 15, Xavier Carpenter, with a nice form tackle. And Hagerman will have it first down at their own 25.
And Gonzalez, I think, was hoping a lane would open right in the middle. I mean, he took that at about the 12-ish, 13-yard line and went to the middle with it, hoping his guys could, form some sort of wedge. But, boy, coming across Carpenter, he bear hugged him and dropped him.
You got a lawnmower going on.
Man, it's a great day to mow your lawn.
It is. I was going to say, it's a nice November day.
It is.
First down for Hagerman. Mavenkamp working out of the shotgun, stands at his 20. Play action, tries to fire over, going deep down the middle. What a pass caught! Kai Kendall! Kai Kendall, Taylor giving chase and is able to drag him down to the 10-yard line.
Gave a little hitch before the throw, right on the money. Beautiful pass.
Mavenkamp, beg your pardon. Mavenkamp pump fake. That got Kendall behind Taylor and dropped it right in the basket, much like we saw Ty Kep do on the possession before. What a throw by the sophomore.
Yeah, I made the mistake of taking a breath, and that allowed you to cut back.
All right, I'm going to go get a burger. This one is all on you.
As long as you bring one back for me. No, that lawnmower, she's on a riding lawnmower playing fetch with her poodle. And I'm not saying that that's an accident waiting to happen. I'm saying that
if you could see what we could see right now.
Yeah, the dog just drops it and she drives over. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, first down. First down, Hagerman from the 13-yard line. 2 receivers to the right on the short side of the field. Gonzalez gets the sweep on that side, and a shoestring tackle brings him down at the 11. That's going to be number 21, Tanner Clemenhagen, with a tackle, or Gonzalez may have gotten to the pylon, but a short gain on the play will bring up second down from the 11-yard line, 2nd down and 7.
And Clement Hagen was on the ground. He was kind of on all fours, reached up, tripped him up. Barbecue smoke wafts this direction once in a while.
It does. It is delightful, and I'm so hungry. Anybody's listening. Anyway, Hagerman, 7 minutes to go here in the third. They're knocking on the door from the 11-yard line. They've got it 2nd and 7. Wyatt Mavenkamp looks to his left, looks to throw. He's got a man into the end zone. Touchdown. Merrill on the slant, and Hagerman scores.
Cheerleaders running down there. Student section still on their feet down here wearing their pirate hats. Dog hunt, diggity dog. I love it.
Wow.
They're digging deep.
I mean, when you play music as often as they are doing, they're doing it like almost between every play, it seems like.
They are.
That is a huge library you need to have.
Yes.
We just got a little bit of hot diggity dog. That's awesome. So Hagerman going for 2 here. Empty backfield for Mavenkamp. On the slant, it's caught by Kendall. So the 2-point conversion is good.
Don't call it a comeback, Scott.
I've been here for years.
That's right.
6:52 to go here in the third, and it's 72-14. And now it's Lion King.
It's Lion King.
I tell you what, man, I am equally as entertained by what's going out over the loudspeakers.
You don't know what's coming next.
And it's all been awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. When will I be loved?
Well, not today, I'll tell you that much.
And I don't know if anybody can hear what we're hearing through our headsets.
I think they can hear, yeah.
But, I mean, you don't – when's the last time you go to a football game and you hear this?
That's my basic move. I threw the snaps in. The Carlson. Scott, you're good at it.
In limited space up here, I got it going on.
So I think the whole box is swaying now.
But it is. People below us are wondering what's coming down on their head.
Going on over there?
And a little squib kick covered up by Kendrick at the 35-yard line. That's where they'll have it first down. 6:49 to go, third quarter.
Well, Lettenmeyer, Tutti Frutti.
Seriously?
Little Richard. Lettenmeyer Grocery, operating as Phil's Family Foods on Main Street in Kendrick, proud supporter of Kendrick Athletics, and wants to wish the Tigers good luck at state this year. I wasn't going to go. What to do? I gotta get 6:49 in the third. I'm going to be sad to see this party end.
I am having a blast here.
Yeah.
First down, Kendrick. From their 35, handoff.
There you go.
Morris swallowed up and dropped in the backfield.
Sorry, I need more
Wyatt
room.
Hoskovic with the TFL tackle for loss. Wow. Put me in, coach.
I kind of feel like this guy. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to broadcast, but Chatty Cathy over here is. Scott and I have been working together for like 13 years. We know each other well. Too well.
And you still hurt my feelings every year.
I don't have any feelings left to hurt.
No. Some would argue I'm the same. All right, here we go. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Whistle before the snap, and I think we're going to get a false start on Kendrick. And we do. False start on Kendrick. That'll push the Tigers back 5 yards.
Now, Kep coming in today needs 443 yards to break the record set by Ryan Blewett. Blewett's another name that has come through that class there at Kendrick so many times. 32 years old. And he's going to get it.
Boy.
Maybe not today.
Play action. Kep hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete. Pressure from Hagerman on that play, and that's Coleman Pierce.
And that really went top shelf, bottom shelf real quick.
Yeah, and that was one of the very few times that Hagerman's been able to get to Kep and force him to throw it quicker than he would have liked, and that will bring up 3rd down and long for Kendrick.
And keep your hands to yourself.
Line of scrimmage,
I had a
Kendrick.
Sorry.
I know.
Are we on? Wait, what?
From their own 29 is Kendrick. 3rd down and 16. Hewitt in motion. Screen pass set up nicely. This is Fitzmaurice, and what an open field tackle made by Maven Camp, the sophomore. Or Fitzmaurice had all kinds of real estate, but Maven Camp comes up and puts the clamp on him after only about 2 yards on the pickup.
And those assistant coaches for Hagerman, they loved what they saw. They were excited down there, seeing what their quarterback can do on defense. So we go from keep your hands to yourself to
sweet carry
to touching you.
And now everybody's singing. Golly. I have not been part of anything like this before.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot more Hagerman games down the line.
They continue to do it like this, you dang right we will. 4th down, and Kendrick will line up to kick it away. And they do, as Kep, the quarterback, also the punter. And this one will be downed at the 31-yard line, where Hagerman will take over. 4:42 to go here in the 3rd. 72-14 is your score.
George F. Brocky and Sons, a 4th-generation family business that has been pricing quality peas, lentils, garbanzo beans, Austrian winter peas, and rapeseed for over 65 years to north central Idaho and southeast Washington. These products are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brands to nearly every continent on Earth. Their worldwide customers have come to expect quality products in every shipment. At George F. Brocky and Sons, they build relationships with their loyal customers to help maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by their facility in Kendrick and say hi, and as always, go Tigers from George F. Brocky and Sons.
1st down, Pirates. And they're going to put the line of scrimmage right at the 30-yard line. Maven Camp alone in the backfield. He's got Kendall split out to his left. Gonzalez in the slot, and now it's going to be Kendall in motion, right to left. Maven Camp looks that way, swings it out. Kendall's got it at the 25, but Kendrick is there waiting for him. As you had Taylor was there, as well as Clemenhagen, who eventually made the tackle, and there's going to be about a 5-yard loss on that play. 2nd down and 15 now for Hagerman.
Yeah, and it's a play that, you know, it's in their book and you have to do it. And they were hoping to come out and maybe run some things that Kendrick hadn't seen before. And that's all. When you get into the playoffs this deep, there's nothing really you can hide. Everybody knows what everybody's doing. So you have to come out with something new and different in that green spiral notebook during the playoffs. And unfortunately, you've got a defense that can read things well and pursue. And just like that, again, like you said, 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15.
So from the 25 now, Hagerman. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Maven Camp flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left, fires back across, and he's got Gonzalez at the 41. Gonzalez brought down at the 44, but he's got a 1st down, gain of 18 yards. And a nice little throw by Maven Camp, the right-handed sophomore, rolling to his left, had to throw back across the grain and his body and delivered a strike to Gonzalez.
You know, and catching him from behind was Tanner Clemenhagen, the sophomore. Just dove and wrapped up the ankles, brought him down. Just in the 3rd quarter.
Seems like we've been here all day.
It really has, in a good way.
In a great way. If we just had a couple of burgers up here.
Right?
I mean, from the 44-yard line, Hagerman 1st down.
And another Mountain Dew.
I'll take a water. I don't even know who we're placing our order with here. Kendall in motion, gets the handoff, has a little bit of room, and the ball is loose. Kendall got popped, and the ball is out.
Kendall gained about 3 yards, and as he went down, that ball just slipped out. He tried to reach for it, but that football's not round, and so it just took a weird bounce on him out of his reach, and another turnover.
Yeah, Kendrick jumped on it. It looked like Hagerman had it for a second, and then there were bodies everywhere, and then out of the pile with it comes Kendrick.
John writes back, says, somebody bring these guys a Kenny burger.
Please.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll take 2.
I'll tell you, seriously.
I'll take 2.
With cheese.
Hey, got an email from Rye McAfee, Butte County assistant football coach. The Tigers are as advertised, a tough, talented group of young men who are well coached and play hard.
And here goes Fitzmaurice on the handoff. Big hole as he gets to the 35-yard line. Gain of 11 and a first down for Kendrick. And it's one of those plays that Fitzmaurice wasn't touched until he got 11 yards down the field.
One of my best friends is actually Rye McAfee's cousin, Ren McAfee. He helped me put a couple of axles on our horse trailer last week.
Well, how about that?
I helped him. I held a flashlight for him.
I bet you did. Fitzmaurice hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped on a nice tackle by Coleman Pierce, the 5'11 junior for Hagerman. No gain on the play, perhaps a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Kendrick from the Hagerman 35.
Okay, trivia for you.
Okay.
It was a short run of a show back in the 80s. This was the theme song for it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, give me a minute here.
Okay.
2nd down and 11. Moose in motion. Toss. Hewitt turns a corner, 30. He's got one man to beat inside the 20, cuts it back up the middle. Nice little move into the end zone. Touchdown, Sawyer Hewitt, but hold the phone. We've got a flag sitting at the 34. Holding Kendrick is the call. That'll take the touchdown off the board. But even if that, or when that, let me back that up a minute. During that run, you saw some pretty nifty open field running from Hewitt.
Yeah.
And the ability to just change directions, plant the foot, and go. I mean, this is a talented running back.
It was a 1v2, really 1v3 because of the sideline. And right at that 15, he planted the right foot, juked him, and then had the other defender back at about the 15 and just cut back up that left side of the field. A little shake and bake, baby.
After the penalty, it will be 2nd down and 16 from the 40.
Ooh.
And boy, yeah. We have whistle before the snap because Taylor took off a little bit too soon. Boy, he was out of the gates like a bullet.
Yeah.
Makes you think that they might have been going up top for him.
Yes. Kind of tipped your hand on that one.
Boy, I mean, it's like he was out of the blocks on the 100 meters.
And Gonzalez was the defender on that. He's like, whew.
He's like, yeah, I'm sick of going one-on-one with this guy.
Yep.
So back 5 more. 2nd down and 20 from the 45. Empty backfield, kept to throw. Little double move on the outside, and it's caught at the 26-yard line by Twite. Twite ran that little post corner route and was able to get inside the 30, and they're going to mark him down at the 27. Nice pickup, and that will bring up 2nd down and about 2 or 3 for Kendrick.
Yeah, it was 2nd and 20. But really, the yards in between downs, just really, it's all relative to Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can be 2nd and 30, and they'll just throw a bomb, and it just doesn't matter.
No, I mean, that is so true. Down a distance doesn't matter unless I screwed up like I did. It's 3rd down, not 2nd down. Kept to throw. Kept. Taylor. The catch complete at the 20. Ooh. Taylor trying to break tackles, has his jersey ripped from his shoulder pads. A flag comes flying in before that, as Taylor really almost has his jersey hanging off of him.
Literally, yeah, and he just rips that piece off. Tied around your head like a headband.
There's a badge of honor right there. Do something with it. And the penalty's going to go against Taylor. I think it's offensive pass interference. He ran down to about the 20-yard line on just a little stop button hook route, and as he did so, he pushed off the defender and was able to clear a little bit of space. The officials saw it.
Didn't know you were going to button hook me.
That's old school terminology right there.
It is.
So Kendrick on this possession fairly uncharacteristic with the penalties.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that's got to be one of the hardest things about playing these types of games with Kendrick is Kendrick keeping their own focus at times, right? Taylor in motion, right to left in front of Kep. Play action, looks that direction, going big up top, looking for Taylor, and Taylor incomplete. Good coverage deep down the field by Merrill, and Merrill gave Taylor a little bit of extra as he was going to the ground, and Taylor's pointing at Merrill and the official saying, come on, what is this?
Well, and as they're walking back, Scott, I want to talk just a little bit. We mentioned that in the first half they don't take their foot off the gas pedal. Well, here in the third, starter's still out. They're still going deep. And I want to explain, they got a championship game next week against a very good Camas County team. They can't afford, in my opinion, to lose the edge at all. Right. They have to keep running these routes and keep playing hard to really, they're prepping for the state championship game now for the next, it's 9 seconds left in the third, so for the next quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a good point, and we can kind of elaborate that in the fourth here. Fourth down for Kendrick, and they'll keep the offense on the field, and it's dropped by Taylor as he was running a crossing route at the 30. And Hagerman defensively comes up with a stop, and they will take over on downs with 5 seconds to go. And just to kind of belabor that point is you're absolutely right. In a regular season matchup, this is maybe where you kind of pull your guys a little bit.
Yep.
But you can't, because after this, it's one more game in the season, and you've got to make sure that you're ready to go. And, we have seen the arguments on both sides, and they happen a lot in 8-man, because 8-man is a completely different animal. So much space, so much scoring. And with 5 seconds to go in the quarter, Hagerman now takes over. This should be the final play of the third. Trips right for Maven Camp. And now we're going to have a false start penalty as nobody was on the same page there. We'll march backwards 5, and it'll be 1st and 15. Wow. Delta Dawn, really? Wow.
He just put that bad boy on shuffle, and whatever comes up, comes up.
First down and 15 for Maven Camp, who stands at his 25-yard line. Empty backfield, trips right. Pumps once, and now is in trouble, and is hit and dropped. It's tipped and picked off. Picked off by Fitzmaurice. And Maven Camp really never had a chance on that one. He was in trouble right from the start. And he tried to throw it to the trip side. It got tipped at the line of scrimmage and right into the waiting arms of Wyatt Fitzmaurice.
Cook is the one that tipped it, and Fitzmaurice behind him. And he had to make a pretty impressive diving catch for that as well.
Boy, you just can't find a weakness. You can look and and Coach Hicks, he knows it coming in. Everybody knows it when they come in and they play Kendrick. It's like you are in for some football that you have not seen before.
Right.
And some talent and some size and some coaching and some quickness and some discipline that you have not seen before.
Yes.
And that is exactly what you're getting from Kendrick. Now, having said that, we were having dinner the other night, and we looked over and we saw Coach Hicks and his son, sitting just across the way from us, and ran into him a little bit later that evening. And he's like, yeah, we were trying to game plan for Kendrick. In conversation, he goes, we're going to give him everything we got. This is Coach Hicks saying, I love my boys, and we're going to play hard. And, and if we're not able to get it done, then I think Camas could give them a good game, and Kendrick is going to play Camas in the state title game next week. So we'll see if Camas can take a better shot at Kendrick. But right now, it is Kendrick and then everybody else so far down. Start of the fourth quarter. Fitzmaurice takes the handoff and gets a couple of yards before being shut down by Pierce, who's had a nice game defensively for Hagerman.
Basically goes Kendrick, Highland.
Really?
Yeah.
We talked about this or mentioned it anyway in the first quarter. It's like, there's a lot of people here. You know, a lot of people from Kendrick, a lot of people from Hagerman, but there's a lot of people from other places that have come to see Kendrick.
Maybe some people from Fairfield, from Camas.
You think?
You know?
Handoff. It's Moore's big hole right up the middle, and a first down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line.
He took it right at Seamus. Merrill ran him over, but Merrill will get credited with that tackle. Seamus, I like it. Strong Irish name.
That is a strong Irish name. Wow, Elvira.
Remix.
I tell you what, the DJ here has got to be paying attention. I mean, he is on point between every single play. First down and 10 from the 16-yard line of Hagerman. Kept to pass. Kept, got a man. Complete. Who else? Hewitt. Touchdown again. Kept to Hewitt.
Boy, and that's the defense for Hagerman got so crossed up that Gonzalez, and I'm trying to see who else, he's still sitting on the ground, number 9, Merrill, they actually got crossed up right at the goal line trying to make that cross move as Hewitt came clear from the left side to the right side, and they just collided and fell down. They're all over the place, and they have so many plays to run. That's the thing. We have seen so many variations of different plays from Kendrick today that, you know, game planning for this kind of thing, there's 4 different options coming out of every set.
And now Kendrick for the 2-point conversion, kept to throw again, slant complete to Taylor. 2-point conversion good.
That was one of those, this is what we're doing. You know this is what we're going to do. I mean, he didn't even try and look him off to the left or anything. It was, okay, I'm going to throw it to you. Run. And he just got right in front of his defender.
Well, and they're so fast. They've got speed and athleticism, and anytime you get in an 8-man game like this and you run a lot of crossing routes and you get a lot of space, they are tough to cover that way. So 10:40 to go, fourth quarter. It is now 80-14 Kendrick.
Kendrick Ag and Supply is it? Oh man,
let's try that again.
They always start the good ones right when I'm
Funky Town.
Okay, Kendrick Ag and Supply is a full-service mechanic shop and tire center. They can service autos, pickups, ATVs, and of course, ag equipment. They also carry a range of other products like tools, supplies, and fire pits. Be sure to follow them on Facebook for updates on new things in stock at Kendrick Ag and Supply. Go Tigers from Kendrick Ag and Supply. Playing words with friends over there?
Oh, I got to check some football scores here.
There's the kick, and it's taken at the 15-yard line. Gonzalez gets dropped at the 29. Hey, I was taking over. Don't jump.
Oh, sorry.
On me.
Hey, you go, man. No. I tell you what, it's all yours. I gotta check some football scores here.
All right, go ahead. Tell you what, I love rock and roll. Jukeboxes don't take dimes anymore. In fact, they take an app, like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, we did, and we kind of
It was an eclectic mix.
It was an eclectic mix, but it was more about winning at that time.
It was.
You know,
it was kind of a.
We commandeered the jukebox from a table next to us because we did not like their music, so we started spending the extra credits to get bumped to the front of the line because we wanted that crap to stop.
That's exactly right.
And we won.
And we won.
Thank you.
That's right.
That's right. 10:34 to go, fourth quarter.
It's like spending $30 to get that stuffed animal at the carnival.
It is. It's about principle.
Yeah.
It's not about money.
No.
Hagerman with the football from the 28-yard line, their own 28. Maven Kemp back to pass, looks to his right, complete. And nowhere to go, brought down. It's Hoskevek on the catch, but brought down right at the line of scrimmage by Clemenhagen again. No gain, second down. Clock is moving, 10 minutes and change to go in the fourth quarter.
And Hoskovich broke his leg early on in that Camas game.
Yeah.
And was able to come back week 8, week 9.
Yeah. Well, he had a fracture. He fractured it during the game and didn't even realize it until after the game.
Right.
And then he finally, hey, dude, your leg's broken.
I think your leg's broken.
I was wondering why I was a little sore. In motion is Kendall, and Kendall gets the fly sweep and gets decked for his efforts after a yard gain. In there mixing it up for Kendrick, as there were a bunch of them. Moose was in there.
Van Halen. We haven't heard a lot of Van Halen.
Yeah. And we've gotten 90s countries, 80s countries. We've gotten a little bit of, kid shows with SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. 3rd down and 8 for Hagerman from the 30. Mavenkamp to throw. Steps up, has a little bit of time, and now he's on the run and gets thrown down by the back of his jersey.
No, that was Mason.
By Carson Hogan.
Yes, that's what I said.
Right. Yeah, Carson Hogan came flying in from the secondary, just the speed.
Yeah.
You know, as he is able to close in and grab Mavenkamp by the back of his jersey and just threw him down one-handed. And it's 4th down and 9 after a yard loss on the play. And Gonzalez will kick it away. Taylor back to receive. Taylor picks it up at the 39. Taylor just trying to weave his way through traffic. And then from behind, here comes Kendall, who makes the hit as Taylor never saw him coming.
Taylor turns around and says, hey, a little heads up next time. You know, we saw it coming. He's running towards us, and that defender is just bearing down on him, and he's just looking for a lane, and bam. It's like the point guard when he gets picked from behind turns around and says, hey.
Yeah, Wolf.
A little heads up here.
That's what you call Wolf.
Right.
So from the 48 of Hagerman, Kendrick goes back to work. Taylor split out wide to the right. Kept the quarterback. Hewitt, play action. Crossing route, fits. Morris with the catch, the stiff arm, and the touchdown. Wow.
Gonzalez almost got to him.
That was just a crossing route from Fitzmaurice, who caught it with a defender on his hip in Merrill, and Fitzmaurice stiff-armed Merrill right to the ground and then turned on the speed and got to the end zone.
49 more passing yards for Kep. Very interested to see.
Yes.
I mean, you're going to be able to add up the touchdown yards, but there's also going to be the other yards as well. We might get to the century mark here.
We might.
I think it's free tacos. 400 points.
I'd take a taco right now.
Yes, I would.
Kendrick lining up, going for 2. Handoff, and it's good into the end zone for Kendrick. Goes Clemenhagen.
Well, the Snake River Grill in Hagerman provides an unprecedented diner experience, making American and seafood delicacies that have just a hint of classical French twang. Located in Hagerman, the Snake River Grill believes that good food is made with fresh ingredients and seasonal spices, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their full menu will have something for everyone. Whether you live in Hagerman, one of the many local communities nearby, or just passing through, do your taste buds a favor, Scott. Visit the Snake River Grill at 611 Frogs Landing in Hagerman. Owner Anita, along with everyone else at the Snake River Grill, are cheering for Hagerman in tonight's game. Go Pirates. What was the big sigh in the middle of that?
Well, we're starving, for starters, and we're running ads on food.
I know. Love, 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 I want your love.
A bit of Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's...
As in Radio Gaga.
That is...
by Queen, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
A little goo-goo.
See what
Gaga?
See what I did there.
I see exactly what you did.
7:52 to go.
And I like it.
88-14 is your score. Kendrick kicking it off, moving right to left. And this is going to be Kendall on the return. Kendall trying to turn the corner. Boy, can't do it. Fantastic open field tackle. And I think making the tackle on that might have been Silflo.
Silflo or Carpenter? I think it was Carpenter.
Was it Carpenter?
Yeah.
But again, the tackle right there prevented Kendall from turning the corner and maybe taking it to the house because there was really nobody beyond him. And that's another good thing that, that Kendrick does so well is tackle.
Couple emails, Scott. Have to shout out our pirate DJ, Tim Hooper. He makes every game a party.
Okay, all right.
DJ Hooper.
DJ Hooper. I tell you what.
Hoops!
That guy has been impressive.
Yeah, thanks, Katie.
First down, Hagerman from the 25-yard line. Their own 25. Maven Camp to throw. Looks to his left.
Ooh.
And he was trying to find Kendall.
Got a flag.
And Kendall, unable to come up with it. It was just a little 4-yard route. But right there with him was Clemenhagen. And Clemenhagen kind of bopped him right in the helmet.
Yeah.
With his hands.
Kind of reached over the top and bent his head back, but he must have just grabbed the top of the helmet and no face mask in there.
And it was one of those things that kind of looked like it was a foul, but maybe it wasn't from our vantage point, and the officials thought the same. So it's second down and 10. 7:36, clock is stopped, and if you're wondering, there is no mercy rule in playoff football unless they agree to it.
Correct.
And it doesn't look like Hagerman's agreeing to much. They want to play. Pass complete on the little slant route to Merrill. Going to be short of the first down as Merrill gets out across the 30 to the 32, and that'll bring up third down and 3.
It was close, though. That was a great catch by Merrill coming across that side, slid. And when we came out, we noticed the grass was a little bit long.
Mm-hmm.
But this time of year, the ground is really hard. And so him sliding on that, he's gone down quite a few times today, and a lot of these players have.
Maven Camp under center this time on third down. Nobody in the backfield. This will be Kendall in motion. Maven Camp will keep the ball and just keep the legs going. He's got a first down out across the 35 and then gets gang tackled. But the sticks move. And Hagerman gets a fresh set of downs.
And I think his left arm was pinned down by the defense. He had that ball cradled in that right hand, in that big mass of humanity. Nice job by Maven Camp. Got the first down, just kept dragging everybody along with him. Jeez. There's plywood and it's not level.
6:20 to go. Clock is moving now. Maven Camp out of the gun. Gonzalez flanked to his left. Maven Camp to throw. Going up top, looking for Kendall.
Yes!
Got it! What a pass! Kendall makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 21. And what a pretty throw by the sophomore Maven Camp.
And that's something they've been doing all year long. Like the last 2 games, scoring 70, scoring 54. That's just what they do. And when that defense allows them to, that's exactly what happens. They're a great football team, and like we said before, a young, great football team.
Well, an interesting little side note is Bill Hicks' son, Jacob Hicks. He played quarterback in college at Northern Michigan and Avila University in Kansas City, and so he came down and spent some time with Maven Camp on the quarterback position, how to make it better, technique, those kinds of things. And so he's been a little student under Jacob Hicks, this season. And I am impressed with the sophomore. Gonzalez on the toss, gets a yard brought down at the 20. And so when you talk about that connection with Jacob Hicks and Maven Camp, they kind of developed this bond. And, Bill Hicks said his son just kind of brought this energy, this youth and enthusiasm. And, he works back in Kansas City and said if they make it to the playoffs, he's coming back for their playoff run, and he's been here, and that's who we saw at dinner the other night with Coach Hicks was his son Jacob. They were kind of game planning a little bit, and there's an opportunity and a chance for Jacob Hicks to come back next year and just work here.
Very cool.
Because he can work from home and help out his dad and this young quarterback that he's starting to help groom. And this young quarterback just took one on the chin, spun around, and got down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, as he ran through, that helmet came right under his chin. He spun, gets it all the way down to the 15-yard line, about 3 yards, about 4 yards short of the first down.
So third down and 4 coming from Hagerman from the 15 of Kendrick. 4 minutes and change to go in this one. 88-14 is your score. Hagerman just trying to punch in some pride at this time. Facing third down from the 15. Backs in the eye. Hand off. Gonzalez, second man through. He's got some room right side. Breaks out of one tackle, keeps the legs churning inside the 10 to the 9, and that's a first down for Hagerman. It'll be 1st and goal.
There's another great run by Gonzalez. He gets hit, he just doesn't go down. He just finds another way.
You look at the big three for Hagerman. They're all coming back. They've got their quarterback coming back. They've got Kai Kendall coming back. They've got Martin Gonzalez coming back.
Yep.
This is going to be a pretty decent team next year, Hagerman. Same formation, backs in the eye. Merrill's the only receiver in the formation. He split out right to the short side. Handoff, Gonzalez, second man through, to the 5, to the pylon, touchdown.
Well, that touchdown made possible by Seamus Merrill, number 9, who stepped up and went from the receiver to being a blocker. And now Merrill is actually down at the 2-yard line with an injury. But another touchdown on the board.
And that brings Hagerman's tally to 20. 2-point conversion upcoming here, as they still attend to Merrill, who's down at the 2, and he's finally to his feet. He seems to be just fine, as Coach Hicks went down there and got him. 3:10 to go here in the 4th, and a 2-point conversion upcoming for Hagerman.
And a timeout taken.
It looks like, yeah, we got a timeout on the field, so, we'll keep it right here.
Well, Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine is the only full-functioning provider of sports medicine and orthopedic care to all of Gooding County. Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine has always been a big believer in volunteerism in communities and schools. Wendell Physical Therapy is located at 429 North Idaho Street or online at jeromept.com. The entire staff at Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine wants to encourage you to take their slogan seriously for better health. Get up and go. Scott, we got an email in, just saw it.
Okay.
Just to show that we're fair, that we read the good and the bad. Okay. And it says, please listen to a tape of this broadcast. You'll be amazed at how badly you're doing.
What?
Fairness is not one of your virtues. From Dave Lewis. Thanks for the email, Dave.
Okay. All right. 2-point conversion coming for Hagerman here. Mavenkamp under center. Play action, rolling to his left. Boy, not a lot of room, just kind of has to throw it in the direction of Hoskovec, and it's knocked away, and the 2-point conversion no good. But Hagerman with 6 more on the board.
Yeah.
Brings the score to 88-20.
Now, we do have one of our action photographers, at least one. I think we might have 2. But Ryan is here taking action photos. So wait a day or 2. He's pretty quick getting the galleries up, but there'll be an action photo gallery up on IdahoSports.com in the next day or 2. And he's good. He takes great shots.
Yeah, a lot of good photos by our photogs that are bouncing around all over the state at these playoff games as the sun is peeking out behind the clouds again, shadows filling the field.
Casey Smith, the fan of the night down here. She's got a mark on her forehead.
Nice.
Sunglasses, looks to be about 9-10 years old.
Yeah, the party continues here at Hagerman.
I was robbed.
I thought you were the fan of the night.
No. Little girls, they'll just win every time.
Then they should.
Turns into a popularity contest.
It does. Hagerman kicking it off. Left to right we go. This one taken at the 15. On the return for Kendrick. Out to the 40 is Rotsasender. Raleigh Rotsasender on the return for Kendrick. And the Tigers will take over at their own 40-yard line. 3:01 to go.
I have to make a correction from what I said earlier. Apparently the info it went in translation. The 443 is a single game record by Blewett. The school career record isn't that far off either. So, yeah, and that was Tim Silflo corrected our I-team on that.
On first down, a handoff. This is Orion Stewart. And a big chunky yardage there for Stewart as he gets down to the Hagerman 30-yard line. As now we're seeing some new faces and names for Kendrick with 2:45 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And it doesn't really go 1s to 2s. It goes 1s to 1.5 for Kendrick when they come in off the bench. And shooting those in, that's Ryan Skaggs, the host of the North Idaho Prepcast. If you're a North Idaho football fan, sports fan, you know the name Ryan Skaggs.
First down, new quarterback is Kirkland, Maddox Kirkland. And the handoff goes nowhere for Kendrick.
Number 3, no, that is 9.
And that is Stewart again.
We call him Ryan the Rain Man, Skaggs. He's just that smart. He's a savant.
The savant. 2 minutes to go, clock moving. Kendrick with the football at the Hagerman 31-yard line. And Kirkland working out of the gun. Stewart moves into the slot position. And the swing pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Leighton Brown Sherrill. The pass hits the turf underthrown. And that'll bring up third down and 11.
Now, Scott, we do need to thank Hank and Blake. They brought up T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
From Kendrick. And then Coach Silflo brought up a couple hats. So that the hat I got will go up on my wall of fame behind my desk during the shows. And, yeah, a couple of medium T-shirts that'll fit us well.
Yeah, much appreciated for the swag. That was very nice. On the toss is going to be Sneevy, and Sneevy, bulldog down for a loss. I think getting in there for Hagerman was Dalton Nelson was the lead for the Pirates defensively, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Landon Sneevy, just a freshman coming in, and we mentioned Hank and Blake. We said thank you, and then we said, hey, we look forward to covering you guys in a couple years. And they're like, that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
1 minute to go. Clock is running. It is fourth down for Kendrick from the 33-yard line of Hagerman. Handoff. Stewart inside the 25, but shy of the first down. A good pickup for Stewart, but Hagerman defensively holds. And they force the turnover on downs with 34 seconds to play. And that should bring the off. There we go.
Well, after the game, which 34 seconds or so, we stick around. We'll award the IdahoSports.com Player of the Game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. And there's a lot of names on our short list, if that's a thing. Our short list is not short.
So Hagerman, with 34 seconds to go, has the football from their own 23-yard line. And the toss, as we have some new faces in there for Hagerman as well. This is Sanarusa. And Sanarusa gets out to the 24-yard line. Actually, gain of just 1 or 2 to kind of wait for the spot. And Sanarusa. 10 seconds to go. Clock is moving. Hagerman trying to get to the line to run one more play here. Handoff. Sanarusa again. And he is brought down at the 26-yard line. And the gun sounds. And that will do it. 88-20 is your final. Kendrick rolls in this one. Kendrick on their way to the state title game next weekend to play Camas and try to make it 3 in a row for the Kendrick Tigers. Meanwhile, for the Hagerman Pirates, this young team will be back.
Yeah.
All of their nucleus is returning, and a lot of good things to look forward to for this young Hagerman team. But today, it belonged to Kendrick. Well, we will take a break, be right back with the postgame as well as our Idaho's Transportation Department player of the game when we return.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back to the postgame show on IdahoSports.com. Scott Burt alongside Paul Kingsbury. 88-20 is your final, and the third place trophy being awarded to the Hagerman Pirates on a fantastic season. Nothing to be ashamed of, as they represented their school, their community very well this year. Just ran into a buzzsaw with Kendrick. But they do claim some hardware, and anytime you can take some hardware away from a season, obviously very successful. So congratulations to the Hagerman Pirates, one of two third-place winners in football. Football, the one sport that you have two third-place trophies given out to the losers of the semifinals. Hagerman won, and then the other one is Rockland.
Yeah, so you'd think that you just let Hagerman let Hagerman and Rockland
play next week.
Play next week. Get another game. Again, when you're in charge, if you could make that change, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So it'll be Camus and Kendrick all set to play next week, and it looks like we may have a time and a place.
Yep, Thursday, 7 p.m. at the Kibbe Dome in Moscow, campus of University of Idaho.
All right, well, we've got one thing left to do here. I mean, and that's our IdahoSports.com Transportation Department Player of the Game. And you could just throw a dart at this. And, and I think we kind of settled in on one guy that was really a juggernaut for a lot of what Kendrick did today. And we are going to go with Sawyer Hewitt. He is going to be our Idaho Transportation Department Player of the Game. 1, 2, 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, another one in the second quarter, and then 3 more on top of that. So
7 touchdowns.
7 touchdowns for Sawyer Hewitt, and he will be the Idaho Transportation Department Player of the Game. So congratulations to him and the rest of the Kendrick Tigers, who move on to play in the state title game next Thursday, 7 p.m. in the Kibbe Dome. We'll have a crew there as well.
Yep.
And make sure you tune in to that one, and let's see what Camas can do.
Right.
Because Camas is a very physical football team, and that might be, I don't know, the one thing that can.
They are a very, very physical team. They absolutely are. I watched them play Butte County. They hit hard. They're big. They're strong, and that could be something that could work in their favor against this Kendrick team. Maybe come out, punch them in the mouth early, get them on their heels. We'll see. It'll be a good game.
All right, 7 o'clock next Thursday at the Kibbe Dome. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Hagerman High School. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and IDEAL, Idaho's College Savings Program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. And the broadcast was also made possible by the great support from our local business partners, and they include.
Well, from Hagerman, it's Hagerman Automotive, the Snake River Grill, Wendell Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, Farmers Bank, and Truly Technologies. And for Kendrick, Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate, Strom Electric, George F. Brocky and Sons, Bearable Dentistry, Kendrick Ag and Supply, and Lettenmeyer Grocery, operating as Phil's Family Foods.
All right, and a special thanks to Athletic Director Corey Bomberg here at Hagerman High School and everyone here for their hospitality and the party and the atmosphere, as this was an incredible place to come and broadcast a game. So much fun, and, well, many thanks for everybody here to make that atmosphere possible. Well, congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, Sawyer Hewitt, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. And thanks for joining us as the Kendrick Tigers beat the Hagerman Pirates by a final score of 88-20. And so for my broadcast partner, Paul Kingsbury, and everyone else here behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com, my name is Scott Burton. Thanks for joining us, and so long, everybody.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your IDEAL College Savings Program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with IDEAL, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.